That's the number he keeps repeating. Like if you say something long enough, people stop asking, who lit the match this time? Trump stood online screaming Obama gave away cash. Suitcases on planes, America getting played fast. Called him weak, called him stupid, called him history's fool. Like rage yourself could rewrite what actually happened in truth. But let's slow it down for the people watching at home. That money wasn't some random gift thrown from a throne. 400 million belonged to Iran before the Shah fell. Weapons never delivered after relations went to hell. Then interest stacked over decades unresolved. Arbitration looming while diplomats evolve. 1.7 total through a legal settlement path. Now pallets full of love money dropped after a laugh. Now maybe timing looked ugly, maybe optics look bad. Critics called it ransom diplomacy wrapped in a bag, but facts still matter even when politicians shout loud. And truth don't disappear because a crowd screams proud. You started it, not Obama. Now you blame ghosts while the whole world watching drama. You started it, not the past. Now missiles flying while you're rewriting facts. Because Obama had pressure too. Netanyahu pushing war hard behind closed rooms. Same Iran, same fear, same regional fire. But Obama chose talks before lighting the pyre. That nuclear deal, people debated it for years. Some called it peace, some called it feeding fears. But one thing stands solid underneath the smoke and spin. Obama didn't drag America directly into war with Iran then. Now fast forward, homes burning at night. Ceasefire tweets collapsing before daylight. Trump saying deal close while bombs hit again. Then suddenly Obama somehow responsible once the strategy bends. That's blame shifting dressed as patriot rage, trying to rewrite history in real time on stage. But this ain't the dark ages. People read now, cross-check headlines while the internet tears lies down. And somewhere a young soldier scrolls through his phone at sea, trying to understand why he's drifting toward history. While politicians point backward instead of answering plainly. Why the future suddenly looks dangerous daily. Yeah. See, power got a habit of avoiding mirrors. Every failure suddenly somebody else's error. Obama, body, media, deep state. Anybody except the man currently deciding fate. And maybe that works when fear controls the room, but truth survives longer than propaganda fumes. Because people remember the headlines, remember the timeline. Remember Netanyahu warning every year Iran's prime. Remember Obama resisting pressure for escalation, trying sanctions and negotiations before devastation. So now Americans asking questions through the static noise. Not Republican questions, not Democrat ploys, just simple questions from exhausted human beings. If Iran was such an immediate threat, why are the reasons for war still blurry on our screens? And if Obama supposedly caused this disaster years ago, why did the missiles only start flying after Trump reopened the road? He started it. Now children hiding under sirens every night. You started it. Then blame the man who tried to avoid in this fight. And the world sees clearer now, because truth survives online. No matter how loud the speeches get, facts still survive time. So tell us, Mr. President, was it President Obama who started the war with Iran? Or was it you, allowing Netanyahu to pull America into another endless fire Obama refused to enter? And one more question. Why exactly did the United States go to war with Iran? Because even now, that answer still sounds fuzzy beneath the explosions. "47 years.
What's happening? What's going on? Kevin was right! Winter is coming and we don't have a man! Oh my God.
And all I have to say is, drizzle, drizzle.
If that water wet, it's got gators in it.
Oh, yeah? Well, me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
They shouldn't have given you Ashy Bloke's YouTube.
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us. For out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are. And to the dust we shall return.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
All right, good people. All right, good people. Punching the clock on a Friday, AMA Friday. Decided to start off with a little Iran Lego rap. Okay, something different. So I thought, I mean, it's not bad. They put a lot into it, and their production is not bad. Even the rap is not that bad. Okay, so shout out to them. I said Nelly's on first. Okay, we got our shortstop on first. Okay, and he gonna lay that butt down the third base line and sprint to the bag. Okay, Shannon Green batting second. Okay, Kenneth Young moving the runners along. Okay, Instant Media batting cleanup. Okay, W. Brizzle in the lineup, 5 spot. Okay, Adric, what's happening? Prince, Jesse, Eddie, what's going on? How is it in NYC? Sexy Silk, what's going on? Ahmed, what's going on? Sage, what's going on? A6, what's going on? Dave Tao, what's happening? Dave Tao, SYSBM, always and forever. My thoughts on Chud the Builder. If you don't know, some racist who shot himself shooting somebody else, now he's being charged with attempted. Yeah, I heard he got a $1.5 million bond. I don't know much about him. Okay, I've only heard about him since he started doing some other kind of crap, but you know, um, he's never come across he's never come across my algorithm, so I have no idea who he is. Mel, what's happening? Pirate broadcast. Sometimes we blow up people that shouldn't be blown up. Sigma, what's going on? The true proportion of FBA population, not 13%, but 8 to 9%. The 13% comes from Caribbean and Africans. Not really, okay? Not really. They keep a pretty good count of who you are, okay? So the people that are now, some people are actually were actually mixed in, okay? But they keep a pretty good count of who you are and where you come from. So it's not 8 to 9%. It's about 12 to 13%. Because they actually keep record. The census actually keeps a pretty good record of the comings and goings. It always has. In fact, because there's almost 50 million black people in the United States, and I think there's 41 to 43 million African Americans. So there's only even non-indigenous we call indigenous black folks, as we want to call them, the ones the slaves that actually brought over here. There's only like less. I think there's like maybe 2 million. maybe 2 million Africans that and Caribbeans that have come in. Most Caribbeans wouldn't come here. They would actually go to Canada or to London or to to the uh, to the UK or Europe, is because they have Commonwealth rights. Keith, what's going on? Smitty? Okay. Oh yeah. I know. Throw everybody off the intro. Christ is a black man, amazing. They're using FBA culture to get their message out. Oh well, yeah, the thing is, it's popular. So, um, hip hop is global. Got to remember, if you go back to the color revolution and the intifadas in 2010 and 2011, right? They were using hip hop, rap and hip hop in Facebook to get their message out. So hip hop started as a revolutionary music. So it's because it's not global. Iranian music is not global. That's why. Cheddar Bob the Builder. I mean, if y'all think he's important, he's important. I don't even know anything about the guy. Because there's worse races that are in the country, man. You know, you actually elected one of them. They're way more powerful, way more influential than Chud the Builder. Michael, what's going on? How? Truth that don't stay buried. That's true. Is this country ran by PDFs? Christ is a black man. Are you smoking something? It's so crazy ahead of the curve. It's so crazy how ahead of the curve BGS is that our information from the Patreon literally was just talked about by my. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that we read policy that's like 5, 10 years, 10. That a policy that's like 5 or 10 years ahead, right? And all they do is just pulling out the policies that they've gone through and they picked out. And they just pick one, okay? So if you've already read it, you know what time they're on. That's why you have to wait for the tea leaves to form. Ty, what's going on? Clark, what's happening? J3, what's happening? Oppo, quick, everyone piss off beaches. Let's get a VHS summoning in under 5 minutes. Y'all ain't shit. Hey, yeah, it is. It basically, but it's going sideways again. Okay. Um, the reason Bitcoin went down in the first place is because gold and silver. Well, one, there's two things. Gold and silver were the hot were the hot childs, and then secondly, Tether was the preferred method of moving money. Okay, and Tether basically committed suicide by locking Iran's Tether accounts. So now nobody trusts Tether again. BGS, China, Trump. Okay, I don't get what that is. Consistent, what's going on? Young knockout kid, what's up? Legitimate process. What's going on? Process. What's going on? Hey, Ricky, what's happening, man? What it be like? Somebody was sending me a video of the history of the Crip Walk. Horowitz, what's going on? Would you ever do a series on the papal bulls? I could. I know a little bit about the papal bulls, but I'm not a researcher on the papal bulls, so I don't feel comfortable talking about something I haven't read. Weather is 4 seasons in 1 day. Okay. Rain when it's hot is not that bad. Okay. The day New York, a day after the rain, man, and all kind of washes all that grit away. New York's actually quite fresh after a rain. wouldn't want to drive in it though. Africans and Caribbeans are only 5 million together. Yeah, it's not that many. They keep a pretty good track of them. Supreme Pivot, what's going on? Checked out a little bit of Chud. Even the story broke. He's acting like he wants to start a race war. He's not the first one, man. The thing is, there's not going to be a race war because a race war doesn't help anybody, even white people. Starting a race war would actually kill the whole country. In fact, one brother that used to be, I'm trying to remember his name. He said, if the black Americans could free the whole world, if we just basically went on a rampage and committed suicide, they would kill us all. Okay, all 40 million of us. But the thing is, would actually collapse the whole United States. Clark, what's going on? Hey, there's my man. Okay. There's my man, Dr. Neil. Okay. Our political genius. Okay. Hey, Trump is dead, man. Trump is dead, man. We knew he'd go crazy. The Joker's gonna get shot down. Okay. They're gonna hunt the Joker down like a dog. Martin Muhammad, what's going on? When writing content for 10-minute videos, is it best to develop a basic formula or a show template? Okay, the thing is, if you're doing a 10-minute video and you're doing it on a consistent basis, okay, whatever your style is will evolve by doing it. Okay, if once you start doing it, try it. Like I said, like I told Doc, do it for 30 days. Do it for 30 days straight. Okay. Eventually, okay. Sometimes the ideas will flow naturally, and sometimes they won't. The thing is, eventually you will find your own pattern. Okay. Most reactors do what everybody else does. You show the example first, and then like a minute or two, and then you talk about it. Okay, like the TikToks are like an intro to whatever you want to talk about. Okay, you show the example first, and then you talk about it. Okay, reactors are a little different, but most people that are successful at it, basically they use they use TikTok as a jump off point, as an intro. So I use when I use it, I do a minute or 2 minutes as an intro, and so it can actually give you a peek into what I'm talking about, and then I will expound upon it. But the thing is, if you do it for 30, because we just had Dr. T do the same thing, right? Because he didn't think he could. I said, try it, okay? And now he has his own rhythm of how he likes to do his videos. Like, it's impossible for him to do a 10-minute video, okay? So that's how come his videos are like 20 minutes. So he found his own flow and how he likes to do his pre-recordeds. So your own flow will evolve. And Austin Hollerman said the same thing. Okay, if you do it every day, your natural flow, your natural progression, or your natural template system will actually evolve through that. Just like you going to work every day. Okay, you're not going to work the same way as somebody else works. But thing is, if you do it for like 90 days straight, okay, eventually you're going to hone away the stuff that doesn't work for you and keep the stuff that does work for you, and you're going to find your own method of doing things. Jerron, what's going on? Eddie, what's going on? Okay. Doc, have you weighed in on the Supreme Court ruling on the Voting Rights Act? Yay or nay? Because I've got I peeked in, like I probably got 2 videos. I might do it on my, if Art's not on tonight, I might do it on my my Respond channel, because I got one from a lawyer that specializes in this chick, and I also got a guy, a congressman from Louisiana, that's talking about it. So um, if you know about it, weigh in on it. North Bank, what's going on? Will no fault divorce end? Probably not. Probably not. As long as women had the right to vote, probably not. Louis, what's going on? Space and rocketry stocks are where it's at right now? Possibly. Hey, Dr. L, what's going on? BGS rants. Black Toxic, what's going on? Will the war end before the midterm elections? Probably. I, they're saying that it's over now. Okay, I'm getting the rumors from the realists are saying it's over now. Um, I'm seeing that Rand Paul and a few other Republicans are ready to pull the plug. So I don't think it will last past June. Brooklyn's fine. Oh, that is true. Okay. Thoughts on Professor Jiang? Um, some of his stuff is some of the stuff I've said before is accurate, and some of his stuff is projection. So I have a mixed bag with him because he'll quote some stuff, but I think his analysis is off. Okay, slightly off. So the thing is, I hear him, but the thing is, most of the stuff he says I already know, and sometimes so sometimes his theories or projections are slightly off. Hurricane Ja, what's going on? J3 BGS, what's your current favorite TV show starring a confident black male? I don't even watch TV, man, so I can't tell you. Um, I like the new Cross on Amazon. Okay, even though it's not on TV. Um, that there's a new one that's out on I think it's on Amazon or is it Netflix. I can't remember which one, but it's I think it's on Amazon. Um, Man on Fire. Okay, I think that those are the two that I like to have a black character. Sensei, how do you stop reading so much and get comfortable with your open writing? Um, Basically, the only way, like Dr. Neil will tell you, okay, the only way to write is to write every day. Okay. Um, I would say, depends on what you have. Whether it's a computer or a tablet, I would start marking, getting PDFs. I'd mark them up and then write in the margins. And then write down your thoughts on what you read every day, and eventually that'll catch up. That's how you start writing. That's how Dr. Neil tell you. That's how he does it. Okay, that's how he writes books. Okay, he'll read, he'll analyze, he'll write his thoughts out on the on sections of the book that he read, and then over time, guess what's going to happen? Okay, all that stuff is going to bundle up into a coherent total, and that's where you start writing. Writing is not that hard. Okay, all you got to do is analyze what you read and then put it down. I taught that to my grandson. Okay, um, he had to do reactions on a book they were reading in class, right? So I'd have him read the book, read it, or really a brilliant method, right? He read it and listened to the audible book at the same time, right? So he'd listen and read along, okay? And then right after it, okay, now write down what you heard and what your analysis of what you heard. And he would write it down, and instead of writing a couple sentences, he'd write 2 paragraphs, okay? His teacher was impressed. That's the way you do it. And another thing is, Craig Hewlett told me if you want to be knowledgeable, not an expert, knowledgeable about any subject, read ten books on the same thing. Okay, and then what'll happen is a lot of stuff that's out there. The truths will actually repeat themselves. and it wouldn't be a race war. Everyone would just separate into political factions, like the Russian Civil. But thing is, the Russian Civil. The thing is, when if you're rural, it can happen. Okay, like in the Civil War. If you're rural, it can happen. It's because you're all divided. You're all self-sufficient in your own areas. Okay, but thing is, you have global interconnection. Okay, you start a war. Even black people with their limited weapons could just interdict supply routes. If I'm a guerrilla, I'm a black guerrilla. I'm bombing the railroad tracks. I'm damaging the roads where trucks travel. Okay, I'm gonna hit the ports, stuff like that, and I'm gonna disrupt the flow of the United States. In other words, it's because people eat out of grocery stores. They don't grow their own food. Their energy is trucked from place to place. Okay, on pipelines, through trucks, all that kind of stuff. Right? You disrupt that, people will go hungry. Okay. Are people willing to arbitrarily start a race war and face this kind of disruption in their own lives? They're not. It was a matter of time with Trump. That is true. Okay. People don't believe me when I say the Joker is in Mayor of Gotham. Okay, they're finding out. My son is military. He does not know about some issues. I have informing about information about before him. Tao, one, he's young, and two, he follows orders. Okay. I was when I was associated with the military way back when in ROTC. Okay, I am trained to think, not to follow orders. I'm trained to research and find out the why and come up with a plan. Okay, so if you're a soldier, there's a difference between a soldier and an officer. And what he has to do is learn how to think like an officer instead of a soldier. That's how come a lot of military guys are attracted to me is because I think like an officer and not a soldier. But yes, when women meet a guy with his shit together, why is it that they always say he's gay or something's wrong with him? That's why he's single. It's really a deflection. Okay, most women say that you're gay is because you didn't choose them. It's because guy with his shit together, vagina is not that important. What she has between her legs is not that important. Okay, you're not thirsty for what's between her legs because she's no different than any other woman. Okay, if you're a guy that got his shit together, you got options. Okay, and you wanted to know what she has, and most guys will find out real quick. Okay, that 80% of pussy is mediocre. And what she has between her legs is less important than who she really is, okay? Or how she makes you feel, or what she can do for you, blah blah blah. Okay, then you're more worried about her person than you are about her sex. Sometimes, if you're in certain limelights, okay, um, okay, if your status is built on having a good-looking woman on your arm, then okay, that's a different story. But thing is, most times a guy with his shit together and got his life together has other interests. Okay, she's not the primary object in his life, and that's how come they say he's gay. Most time I've been called gay is because I didn't choose her. Did you see how Xi didn't meet Trump at the tarmac yet? Why would he been talking shit about Xi for like 12 years? Why would Xi be friendly to him? When women meet a guy with okay, I read that already. Qbert, what's up? Southside Wing, what's going on? Salute, Lamont, Decius Maximus, okay. Not on YouTube, I heard that. uh, why do black people have a biased truth selectivity? Truth only valid through the outcome where they personally like. Most people are like that, okay? Most people are like that. All people are like that. Okay. Um, Presidents, senators, pop people, human beings are like that. Not just black people. Odinga war over, but many people have already died. It does, all people are gonna die, man. People. We're looking at Papua New Guinea. There's like 300,000 people have died during their cleanse. Okay, Ukraine. Ukraine sacrificed 2 million men. So it is what it is. People are gonna die. That's human nature. McEldow, do you think that Trump will do another round of layoffs in the federal government? Um, Automation. Most of the layoffs are not coming from the federal government. Okay, most of the layoffs are coming from automation. Okay, and um, and lack of money and automation and cheaper ways of doing things are going to hit the federal government just like they do anything else. Okay, you are not exempt. Crisis of Black Men host. Your thoughts on brothers still going on those who? Okay, you have to make that more clear. SCOTUS and the okay is a reset. Black folks will be fine. Yeah, I think it's very narrow. It's not about taking your voting rights away. Really, it's pretty much about um, the fight between Democrats and Republicans and how they draw the voting maps. So this particular uh, uh, this particular thing has less to do about black people and more to do with Democrats versus Republicans. It's more about political parties than it is about black taking votes away from black people. Senseless co-ed panels about relationships. The co-ed panels about relationships are more about people making money and less about getting to whatever truth it is. But the thing is, it's popular because people like to see women, and men fight, especially black women. You said what you think about Trump, about interesting why you think Trump is done. I may have missed something. Dr. Els, okay, if you start a major war, you have 30% inflation. You add 2 trillion to the deficit in less than 2 years. Okay. Uh, you cause a major rift between China. All the stuff that you caused, it just in this last year or so. Okay, you're probably done. You're probably done. If you're single, a 90-octane middle-aged black man in the United States with no children in a major city, what type of woman would you recommend he should date? Depends on what you do and whether that woman can help you. Depends on what you want and whether that woman can help you. What do you want? The thing is, with a 92 octane dude, the thing with any octane dude, what do you want out of your life? What's your mission? Okay, and whatever your mission is, that's the kind of woman that you pick. If you want a woman that's gonna be fairly happy and is gonna stay out of your business and gonna take her to a vacation a year, and all she wants is a moderate house and her bills paid, you get you an 87. If you're trying to climb and want to be um, aggressive, okay, as far as business, something like that, then you get yourself a 92. Okay, if you want to attract money and fame, then try to attach yourself to a 100 octane because she got a Rolodex. It depends on what you want. If you want a side piece, get yourself an 85. Okay. Your thoughts on what will happen with Europe and Russian relations in the future? Evidently, Europe wants to go to war with Russia, so all the old hatred is coming back. So we'll see. At what point in time will the U.S. reach the lowest marriage rate? Nobody knows. Okay, nobody knows. We could be at the bottom already. I like Cross on Prime also. Okay, yep. Professor Jang said there will be drafts, so I don't know about his announcement. I don't think there'll be a draft. Okay, it has to really get critical for there to be a draft, and basically, um, you'd have to. The only way you're gonna get a draft is that if Iran hits a couple of carriers and sink them, and they can rile the people up, then Congress will actually initiate a draft. Congress does not want this war because you can't afford this war. You can't afford a big ass war like that. So a draft means that whatever budget you had is gonna get blown up. So there had to be a damn good reason to go to war. Are we transitioning to Cuba after? Not really. Let's go and say clear the lane for a new politics. Yeah, or survival of the old. New politics happen. Doc, you ushered new politics in, man, with your effect. Okay, you ushered in new politics because you changed. Uh, uh, People like you basically killed the mainstream media along with the Ukraine war. Okay, I'll check it out. I saw the first I saw the first episode of Man on Fire. Okay, it is pretty good. So a good jumping off point to get into writing. Ironically, social media debates. They all competing idea forces, critical stuff. Um, Anything you get into as far as writing is concerned, it depends on what kind of writing you want to do. But anything the thing is to write well, you got to read well. So most of your good writers read well. So I would say get your stock yourself up on some decent books, whatever subject you want to write on, and read. Okay, because you're gonna have to read. Now, Dr. Neal's here. He can probably tell you the same thing I'm telling you. Add to your point, we tried disruption during slavery. The target was the Port of North. I mean, if you're going to do it and actually be effective, okay, that's the way you do it. If you want to make an impact, Iran is doing the exact same thing. They're not firing on the United States, but guess what they're doing? They're disrupting trade. When certain people commit microaggressions, they are conscious of it on some level. They probably are, okay? Okay, microaggressions, um, if they add up to a certain level, then you start paying attention, okay? But microaggressions, okay, if you've been around people, there's always microaggressions, man. Let that shit roll off your back. That's women's shit, microaggressions, okay? That's women's shit. It takes far more energy to actually worry about microaggressions. Unless that person has the power to do something to you, I wouldn't worry about it. So 95% is meh. However, her dome piece improves her grade if she has a vacuum. And even that, most women do not do that well. Okay, Galen Wells, what's going on? Xi Jinping, okay, that's what it seems like. Do you think Europe will go to war with Russia? They want to, but things do they have the money and energy to actually go to war with Russia? They want to, but thing is, that's like Prince Charles, King Charles. I'm sorry, King Charles was here. He was trying to beg Trump and the United States to actually back them in a third world war, which is what would happen if the United States if they attack Russia. That's a third world war, and we don't have the cards like we used to. I believe PG publicly statement was an apology after the U.S. gained the upper hand by preventing China from getting oil. No, bullshit. No. No, no, no. Actually, no. Okay. They're not preventing China from getting oil. China has prepared for this for the last 20 years, okay? So whatever the United States is doing, they're already prepared for it. In fact, I'll play it after, okay? What Inside China Business talked about energy, okay? Because whatever they get out of the Gulf, Brazil and 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 and, uh, and Russia will make up for it. Especially since the Russian oil is not going to Europe. So just with AI having the ability to buy and sell Bitcoin is rumored to be the next big change coming, change in commerce. We'll see, man. We'll see. Bitcoin is a wild card. What do you think? What he's trying to do is find an off ramp to the Iran thing. And he knows that China's holding the cards to actually get. If he wants to get Iran off his ass, only China can do it, and he knows that. That's what he's trying to do. I think they're pretty much out of weapons. I think that's why he's doing it. And Israel is going to be Swiss cheese if they start this stuff back up again. If UBS solution, how much should it be? I don't know. Okay, UBI is only there as a test in case they have to do a global reset. In other words, you will get a global jubilee where all the debts will be wiped out. If all the debts are wiped out, all the pensions and all the other kind of stuff that's associated would be wiped out. You have to have a UBI. That's the only reason you have a UBI. Other than that, it doesn't make sense. Do you think brothers should spend more time watching prepper channels and endless? Uh, okay, the reason that brothers spend time with black male female debate is because it affects your daily life, work, family, kids, dating, money, politics. All affects all of that. Okay, your women and your association with your women affect all of that. Okay. Uh, Prepper only helps is if you have a flattening of the a flattening of the economy. A flattening of the economy, okay, you can prep all you want. If you don't get lucky, you're not going to survive it anyway. So no. Should you be aware of prepping? Yes, but it's not the most important thing. We can make it through the year. This year, we in rough shape, especially for the meeting. And the thing is, he'll make it through the year. But thing is, what I'm saying, he's done. Okay, the midterms are going to be a big shift. Okay, I believe the Republicans going to lose the midterms. Okay, probably both houses. They'll be lucky to keep the Senate. They're going to lose the Congress, but the thing is, they'll be lucky to keep the Senate. If they lose the Senate, then Trump might be impeached. I'm not saying he will, but he might be impeached. There's a lot of people that are feeling kind of feeling kind of gnarly about him. They're turning on him. Even Republicans are starting to turn on him. Since the psychiatrist did a breakdown of the concept of cognitive fusion, where a person has no gap between their thoughts and objective reality, this is nope, it's not possible. Okay. It's not possible. It's not you basically you have to have a worldview. Human beings cannot exist without a worldview. You try to align it with reality, but things other than that, everybody has a bias. Everybody has a worldview that they have, and you filter reality through your consciousness. Okay. You cannot live in blank slate reality. It's not going to happen. Okay. Your brain is not built for that. Their review on Priscilla Clark's interview was very informative. How more and more black women who were solid advocates for the sisterhood now becoming red pilled, and because shit doesn't work. Last question for you, Christ as a black man. Will China take over? China does not have to take over Taiwan. Okay. China, a lot. Taiwan. China's already invested into Taiwan. A lot of the semiconductor thing coming out of Taiwan is backed by mainland China money. TSMC especially. When you spoke of war bump the budget, this is when the U.S. goes the Federal Reserve, and that's not going to work anymore. Okay, you pumped up the credit card already. That's not going to work unless you're going to blow up interest rates to like 15, 20%. It's not going to work. Okay, you can't make money out of nothing. Money is nothing but a debits and credits. That's not going to work. Any updates on Elon Musk smart homes, or is it just an idea? I guess it's just an idea, man. I thought it wasn't intended to Brazil. Smitty, it's a TV show. Okay. I heard Putin is coming. Xi just left. Xi just left Russia not too long ago. Okay. They've been China and Russia. Putin has been China's boy man for 30 years. It's not new. Would women consider Sugar Ray Leonard an alpha man? Yeah, they probably would. He's rich, he can fight, and he's good looking. So I'm glad I at least caught part of this live. Okay, heard that, Paul. When it's a big player when they actually have infrastructure, which they don't have right now. On what done brain issue, as you point out, most women aren't that good. Most aren't particularly. Oh yeah. Attentive. No, they don't like to do it. That's what I've found out, man. America came over the crack era when you had the ones that were out there who could actually did that for a living, okay? And there's a difference. There's a big difference, okay? Uh, he can provoke all he wants, man. Okay, the thing is, he's trying to provoke white men into doing it. Okay, even white men know when even white men know when they add it all up, it's not worth the trouble. Okay, because black people aren't messing with you like that. There's no reason to start a race war. What are you gonna start a race war for? Black people aren't. If black people are not out there looking for you and aggravating you, okay, why are you gonna start a race war? It makes no sense. The United States has spent trillions of dollars trying to integrate you into the United States. The thing is, the United States is trying to integrate you. That's how come they're, a lot of things like what is it, gentrification, and even with the Supreme Court thing. Okay, they're trying to break up these all black blocks and integrate black people into the whole. So the school, all the educational system, all that kind of stuff, closing black schools and busing these black kids to white schools. They're trying to integrate you. They're trying to force you to integrate. Okay, and much like the Indian schools. In fact, Doc, I want to compare. I want to compare civil rights to what Eisenhower was doing in the 1950s with the Native American, which is the Indian Termination Project. Okay, trying to terminate all these special deals with the Native Americans so they'd be forced to integrate with white people. If the reps lose the Senate after the midterms, this will result mean for J.D. Vance. I don't know. We'll have to see. We can't. We don't have a crystal ball. What would be the point of impeachment Trump? It would JD would just continue. Actually, JD Vance is not Trump. A lot of what Trump is doing right now, JD Vance doesn't agree with, but he can't say anything. A whole lot of money moving across the Strait of Formosa. What is Formosa? Men today have to understand that if you are not in a relationship that you have been in for years, you're wasting your time being serious one. Friends with benefits the best these days. Possibly. What's the future of Africa? It depends on how far out you look. I actually did a whole video on that, but it's I'm not gonna do it here. So when do we get a VHS rant? It's organic, okay? When it'll come when it comes. I meant to discuss Iran. They don't have to discuss Iran, man. They've planned this for 30 years. They already know what they're doing. They don't need to discuss it. What were the issues of Tether due to regain the recent? Basically, any financial system is trust. Okay, you have to know what it's going to do, what it's not going to do. When you break trust, okay, that's when you're going to lose your credibility. I think Tether's done that. We'll see. That doesn't sound like integration. Sounds like subjugation, dominance, and admixture are all mixed in. Okay. Okay, removing. Okay, which is I believe that's why Lincoln was killed because Lincoln wanted to remove you. He wanted to deport you. And the thing is, they couldn't deport you because you brought in 75% of the GDP. If you walk, their money walks. Okay, you were their money. That's how come they, after 10 years of worrying about it, they put you back where you were, which is Jim Crow. And by the time they looked up, okay, now they can't get rid of you. There's too many of you. Your thoughts on the Greater Israel Project ever coming back to Texas? Why would the Greater Israel Project come back to Texas? Doesn't make sense. Encourage interracial marriages. That's possibly true, and which is I think that's why they want the Latinos here because it's the easier way to actually mix people is through Latinos and Latinas than it is through white people. Oh, okay, Shred. Yeah, okay, Formosa. Okay, call it what you want, man. That's what they want. Okay. The thing is, okay, whether you like it or not, man, y'all, you guys act like y'all really have a choice, okay? Y'all act like y'all really have a choice. You can either go through this process or you can leave. Okay, all countries go through the process. Look at China. All countries go through this process. It's not new. How do we get more black people to come to our area and help populate for the ones of us that are leaving? Um, I don't know. Good question. With all the terrible policy, basically, if you give them a reason to come, a good standard of living and lower cost, they'll come. Money talks. With all the terrible policies in the last 3 decades, do you think the masses will ever push for a third major political party? Evidently not, man, because they've been trying to do that. When am I dropping the link? Normally I don't drop a link on this one. Why you want me to drop the link? I gotta have a reason. I don't just drop the link on the AMA on this channel. Fastest way to integrate black folks is to cut the check. They are not trying to do that though. Admixture normally takes about 400 years, okay? And you are about 60, 70 years into it, okay? Admixture takes a long time. They can do it faster by wiping most of y'all out, but that's what Eisenhower decided against back in the 40s. because he saw what happened in Europe with Germany, which is which is exactly what guess who's doing it right now. Now you guys want to you guys actually want to be Palestinians? You guys want to be Palestinians and you want to sign up for that? Then okay. My bad, wrong channel. See if you missed me. Uh, man, what do you want to say? Give me a reason, okay? Give me a reason, okay? Why should I miss you? Okay. I got two wars. I got uh, uh, internal strife. I got um, I got inflation going out of control, and I got way too much stuff to look at right now. Okay, so I don't miss anybody. Even my kids say I spend too much time doing this stuff. What do you think about people trying to get the black athletes to boycott playing in the SEC for all major sports like football for voting rights? You can do it, man. Basically, unless you can pay them, they're not going to do it. I wouldn't. I think it was basically you're not going to. They're not going to change it. The Supreme Court, they're not going to change it. Okay, if you want to change it, you got to do it at state level. If you most people don't even understand what the ruling means. Okay, can Matt blackmail independence become an entity? It's already an entity. Okay, that's how come they're bucking up against it. When at the hour, if you really got something cogent to say and not some bullshit, okay, I'll drop the link. Okay, but you have something cogent to say. Let me ask you this, ID Forever. Okay, at 41 years old, if they're willing to pay you $30 million a year to play, and you still can, what would you do? What would you do? I'm gonna pay you $30 million to sit here and play 25, 30 minutes a night. What would you do? No, I'm just gonna turn down the money. Okay, come on, man. They didn't kill you. They didn't kill you like Native Americans because you had to work, man. Last check, FBA's averaged about 25% of non-African 25% of non-African admixture consider black men trending toward 30% out marriage. We're further along than realized after assimilation. Yeah. The thing it would go further, except guess what? White men don't find black women that attractive. They won't marry them. Yeah, okay, well, then you understand. Okay, in fact, Jeannie Buss is offering them to pay him money to stay. Okay, if they want to pay him, you know, he's gonna keep playing. All right, there's the link. So I will do this for 30 minutes. Okay. Um, the thing is, I don't understand why people that stay around criticizing me, okay, really don't have a leg to stand on. Okay, like I said, what is your goddamn problem with me? What did I say that I was wrong about that you disagree with? It's never about what I said they disagree with. It's how they feel about me. What do you think that is? They appeal to your emotions. That's what they did. Black people are actually emotional like they're women. They appeal to your emotions. Uh, A lot of people, a lot of con artists do that. They appeal to your emotions. Dusty engineers get dustier by the day. Keep cooking. You know what? You know, I got a notice from Dr. T that people are into the physical engineering part. Okay, um, they have a whole. They're putting a lot of money into physical engineering because of the projects like in Alaska and in the North Pole and stuff like that. So they're actually looking for engineers because there's not enough of them, and most of the engineers that we train are going back to China. If any PMCs took shekels to fight against Hezbollah, that's a rumor. I haven't verified it. Are you invested in any of the LA Olympic events? To not really. I was old enough to actually have gone to the '84 Olympics, and it's okay. Being at the Olympics is okay, man. It's like a big track meet. So not really. I'm not really invested in any of it. Normally, when they put it in LA, it's pretty spread out. I never understood it as well. The people that just come to someone's channel just to be contrary. Yeah, I don't get it. Chime Bryan has the right audience. If you audience identifies with your taxes, the thing is, she's pretty and she's learned how to speak the lingo and she's learned how to emotionally connect with women. So it is what it is. Same thing with Dr. Umar. He speaks the right lingo and knows how to emotionally connect with people. What's up, Chaz?
What's up, old man? How you feeling?
Nothing to it. Said
Well, I guess
BGS.
everybody,
Go ahead. Go ahead, real
I
quick.
guess everybody's pissed at you because it's the emotionalism, and somebody wants to be right. There always has to be a bigot nigga out there. So there you go.
Yeah, I guess so. I suppose. Uh, what is the better going into the future for a black man? Finance or data? Right now, data analytics. Finance is going to get taken over by AI. A lot of it. So unless
Pretty
you're
much,
really good at
yes.
it, and you're in the higher levels or basically into the gorilla stuff, okay, you're not going to do well in finance. It's actually going to get taken over by people. They're laying off people right now. Should I be ashamed to admit this? But through Dennis Sperling, I'm just learning about Black Wall Street. Uh, I mean, basically, you're young, man, and they don't teach it like they used to. So you shouldn't be ashamed.
Hey, BGS.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to go see the 85 win a gold medal live in person.
Who's the 85?
Uh,
Um, it's not the first time the 85 was won a gold medal.
Probably not.
No,
I'm just
LA. I know a whole bunch of them. They're 85s that won gold medals, man. So it's not unusual.
wow. Okay.
So it's not unusual.
Hmm.
I said yeah. I said yes. They are systematically killing us. They're finding not really. Okay, no, they're not. If they were killing us, basically, I'll tell you, black women kill more of us than white people ever did. Okay,
Yes, by far.
by far. 40, 40 million abortions, basically. Whatever representation that you had, and Dr. Claude Anderson talked about that back in the 80s and 90s. Okay,
And we haven't even added on proxy violence.
and so basically, you're gonna become the permanent underclass, and basically, uh, uh, Biden pretty much sealed that by bringing in all the Latinas. Okay, so you're pretty much sealed that you're the permanent
What's
underclass,
that?
and black men are the bottom of the bottom. So it is what it is,
What's that?
man. So
What's that background noise?
I think that's AB. Somebody's on the street.
No, that's not me.
Oh, it must be May.
It's
Oh,
me. I'm in my beautiful garden.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
Sound like the Royal Rumble.
No, it's just wind. That's all. He's
Um,
outside. Just like when you're outside, we hear it.
it's funny because it's like there used to be a stereotype of the most dangerous place for a black baby is inside of a black room.
That the thing, the thing, pro-blacks have hated abortion for a very long time, man. But the thing is that, and they saw where it's going, and basically, you know,
Yeah, they didn't say nothing about it, so
and they used to call it, well, white folks basically killing us off. No, you start reading the literature. No, black women asked for this shit. So the thing is, once I found out black women actually asked for this, man, I stopped that stuff um, because abortion didn't really get going until like the early '70s for black
right.
people. Okay, and I saw these chicks line up to go and get these abortions, man. I saw them
Go to
do
the.
it like it was nothing. I said, oh, you know, because
Yeah,
when
that's
I
why
came when I came up, I thought abortion was just a thing to do. The thing for women to actually do, and they just, it was so regular. In fact, I played that short, man. See if I can find. I actually played and did a video
yeah,
on it.
BGS. That's why the black church didn't say shit when the Democrats had an abortion van outside the
It's because
Democrat convention.
it's because the black church helped it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
We got to go
They
to the
helped.
clinic, man.
They helped it. See if I can
Yeah,
find it. I found it because when I saw this short, man, I said she was saying the same thing I used to hear the women back in the day say, man, almost verbatim. Okay, almost verbatim. See if I can find it.
You
When I
guys,
saw that little
you
short, okay, hold on, I'm talking. Okay.
that's so hard.
What's up? I'm pregnant. Bitch, I don't have time for your jokes. I just paid my car note. I'm not lying. I took a test. Put your shoes on. Let's go to the clinic. Let's get rid of it. I'm keeping the baby. Bitch, you don't have a job. Friend, I know, but No, bitch, you don't know. You need to be trying to go back to school, get your GED so you can get you a decent job, and then think about having a baby. The fuck? And furthermore, who you been fucking? Terrence. Friend, your standards? What about my standards? Bitch, the bar is in hell. That's a bum. He ain't got no job either. So, the baby gonna have 2 jobless parents? Friend, you know he sell weed. Bitch, you know he ain't moving no way for real. And then if he get caught up there, what? Now the baby got a struggling, broke-ass mama. Ain't shit daddy. The daddy ain't gonna be in his life. That sounds like a disaster to me. Oh, my God. Did you tell Terrence? Yes. What did he say? He said he don't think it's his baby. Bitch, put your shoes on. The clinic closed at 4. Friend, you supposed to be supporting me. I don't support bullshit, dumb shit, and shit that don't make sense. I'm just not doing it. Hell, I'm trying to support you by taking your ass to the clinic.
Yeah,
And that is what I heard most of my life about abortion, okay, and black women, and and pro-blacks claim, okay, this is a white supremacy, a eugenics program, bullshit, okay. Anyway,
they wish, but anyway.
anyway, all right, man, what you got, real quick?
oh, just a quick comment on that. You guys are skipping a part. There's that. Why are they making a baby? Like their order wasn't there to begin with. So start
It,
with
it,
that.
it
I would
never
say.
was. It never was. Okay. How was? Did you ever read Diane Stewart's? In fact, she's from Atlanta. Okay. Black women, black love. Okay. She tells you why it happened. Okay.
And what is
Uh,
that?
that the black community is not organic. It's actually created by white folks.
I agree with that, but I mean that's all the reason why we need to have each other's back and have grace because we have these
There
kind
we
of
go.
Okay.
issues.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Okay. If let's take your daughter for instance, just like kids, because you understand kids. Okay.
Okay.
If my kid was constantly not trying and failing in school, how much grace should I give that kid?
Does the kid know they're failing?
They bring on F's compared to the other kids. They know that they're failing. Just like when you're failing, when in kindergarten, when you got a sad face on your paper, okay, and even in kindergarten, you knew that you weren't up to standard, even back then. You know
So
you
in that
failed.
video, the
No,
man
no, no,
who
no.
got that baby and the woman failed. Both
You're
of them
gonna have to do
failed.
me. You have to do me a favor. You got to stay on track of what I'm saying and not skipping the line. Okay.
Okay.
I asked you a question. Okay. If the kid was failing, continue to fail, how much grace would you give that kid?
Right, and it depends on the mentality. If the kid might think they're doing good, they're delusional.
So
They
so
think
so
that's normal.
And we think it's normal. Will you continue to let them fail because they think it's normal?
No, no, definitely
Well,
not.
so you will start ratcheting up whatever measures to get that kid back in line, right? Okay.
Well, you're making an assumption that the person who's talking actually has the authority to judge and they're
I didn't
flawless.
say that. You have to stay with me, okay?
I am with you. I'm telling you, your
No, no,
assumption
no, no, no,
is that
no,
that
no, no,
person
no, no.
is
See that?
flawless
Hey,
and they
hey,
know
hey, hey,
better.
hey, 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 hey. You're a teacher. You're a parent, okay? You can see that the kid is failing. You can see his work habits at home. Would you keep giving that kid grace and let him keep doing the same thing?
If we're just talking about teacher and student, no, absolutely not. Just
So
teacher and student.
you would have to at some point have corrective measures, okay? Sometimes it's light, okay? You encourage them by buying them books, by getting them interested in other things. If that doesn't work, you actually ratchet up to get to actually punishment, like taking shit away, give them timeouts. Back in the day, you get your ass beat, okay? We can't do that shit no more.
Right, but this analogy can cross over to black men and black women, just so you know. It can.
In other words, if black women, if you try everything else and they continue to do the same thing, which is causing havoc in your community, how much grace should you give them?
So you're saying that black men are basically flawless and the women are the ones
I
messing
asked you
everything up.
did you understand my question?
I heard your question. If they're doing
Did
everything
you? No,
messed up
I
and
didn't
they're not,
ask you. And they're not conforming and it's continuing to wreak havoc in your community. How much grace should you give them?
they're raised by their fathers. So we need to go back to that too. Where's the
How
father?
much grace should you give them?
I'm telling you, you're not being logical. There's a father
Now
and a
I'm
mother
not.
involved.
That's not the goddamn question, woman.
That's the
How
answer,
much?
though.
That's not an answer.
That is an answer. When
That's
you have
not
a
an
mother and a
answer.
father that's supposed to raise a child, the quality of the child is based on the mother and the father.
If I
It takes
go
two.
to if I go to the store and put a product on the shit on the counter and say how much, and they say, well, it depends on the quality of the milk. Okay. No, how much is this product in front of me? It's a quantity. Give me a. I ask
BGS,
you for.
you gotta be
No,
logical. Be
I.
logical, please.
Okay, okay, I am logical. You're not logical. I asked you
It takes a man. Okay, okay, can we just can you?
hey, stop. Wrong channel for this. Okay.
I'm
I
not
asked you
trying
a.
to be. You're the one being aggressive. I'm answering your
I
question.
asked you a quantitative question. Give me a quantitative answer.
Your questions are leading, and they're not
No,
considering all the
I don't
factors,
care.
though.
If you don't want to answer, say I don't want to answer it.
I can redirect some of what you're
No,
saying.
no, no, no. Okay, all right. That's enough.
BGS, no, seriously. It takes.
That's enough.
Can we just be logical for a second?
No,
Just hold on. Be
if you
patient.
no,
Be patient.
no, I am patient. Okay,
You're
I
getting
spent.
upset, and all I'm trying to do is say it takes a man and a woman to
All right,
produce the child. Can
all
we?
right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and continue. Okay.
He's trying to unleash the
No, no,
VHS.
no. The thing is, I don't. You know, this is why I went monk. I got tired of this shit. Okay. You understand what the fuck I'm saying? You just don't agree with the answer that has to come out of your mouth. That's all.
And that's the crazy part, right?
Yeah,
You know, statistically, the women have majority of the children.
yeah,
Y'all fall for my body, my choice. You can
yeah,
have that baby regardless if the man does not, and you still do it anyway.
yes.
So, and then when you do it, what does that usually do for the majority of the women in the black community? They
Yes.
raise those kids in poverty, and what does poverty lead into? Criminality.
Criminal, all some of this stuff. Okay, some of the stuff is that's why I want Dr. Neil help me study the Indian termination because what they said about Indian termination and forcing them to integrate is keeping the Native Americans in poverty, so they would be encouraged to actually leave their in the native lands,
And their traditions.
their traditions and integrate into the white community because it's a better life. Okay.
Hmm.
And the sad part about it
Uh
is
huh.
this.
Uh huh.
It's not like we don't have evidence. Some of us could literally just walk down the street and see the evidence of this shit.
Yeah.
And it's real, what it gets real fucked up about, and this is the headache that it gets.
Mhm.
This is the number one problem. You see what the problem is, and so many chicks excuse stupid behavior. Well, the
Mhm.
fathers of this. Do you know how many people that have kids and don't even know they have them, or how many mothers keep the kids away from the father?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because guess what? Here's the thing: I ask any chick who blames the father,
What? Okay.
give the kids to the father. At least blame it on us for 30 years.
What it was, the thing is, and this is something that Frazier talked about, right? Because most other women would don't mind giving the kids up, okay? They mind it, but they will do it, okay? They'll
Mhm.
actually give the kids to the father, right? For with black women, is because of the way our culture was actually formulated, okay?
Yep. That's good.
Black women would rather be homeless with their kids than give the kids to the father.
No, they feel shame, and even
There's no bigger shame for a black woman than giving up her kids.
and the sad part is this is
Uh
the
huh.
reason why you always lose. You don't
Um,
even.
the thing is that at some point, I was trying to tell me, at some point, at some point, black women are going to have to say that what we're doing does not work. Okay,
Yes.
regardless of what the men do. Okay, regardless of what they do, because black men have no control over women, over black women. We don't have black men don't barely have control over themselves, much less other people. Okay,
Hmm.
black men are probably the most constrained people on the planet. Okay, the thing is, black women know that we don't have no control over them. The thing is, if you just look at the whole culture that's going on right now, black men don't like that shit. But we had no control over what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. You think we want black women go dying getting BBLs?
Being males and tatted up all just with sleeves all down their back.
Why do
We don't
y'all
like that.
pick that? Why do
Can
y'all
I?
pick it?
We don't pick it.
Why
We
do we
know
pick
it.
it? Okay. For the most part, okay, for most black men, what are our options? For most black men,
You got lots of options, plenty of
no, you
options.
don't. No, you don't. For most black men. We're just starting to
I
have options,
disagree.
but for most black men we don't. Black men just started having options maybe 20 years ago, okay? Because even now you have to still look over your shoulder because most other cultures of men do not like you fucking with their women, especially American black women, okay? American black men,
Mhm.
they don't. So black men are very constrained. Black men don't. So in other words, most men pick from the pool of women that they're involved, where they come from. Okay.
Yes.
And so if black women
Right,
decide
let's
we go, can I finish my goddamn sentence?
it didn't say anything.
Mhm.
If you didn't say nothing, I wouldn't have said it to you. Okay. I got ears.
AB said something, not me.
That was you. I heard you. I know your voice over his. Anyway, um, most people, most men pick women out of their own group. Okay. If you think black men like women that are 300 pounds and wearing weave and makeup and tattoos? No, they don't. But things, what else? What do they actually have to choose from? In fact, most young black men now don't even date. Don't even date. Most men have gone MGTOW because they don't like the quality of women that's been offered to them. But the thing is, black women do not care what black men like. They really don't. Y'all don't care. That's how come I don't even like to bring it up. It's because that's how come I put out the thing about about they're not, I actually went through the case. They're not our women. Okay, organically they're not our women. They're the women that were actually assigned to us by the slave master, for the most part. That's how come we have all this
Yeah,
tussle.
BG.
Can I finish my goddamn sentence? And then you can when I hit a period, then you can talk. Okay.
BGS, I don't mean to interrupt. I thought you were at a pause. My
No,
bad.
no,
I didn't mean to
thank
interrupt.
you. Thank you.
I can't
Okay.
see you. I cannot see you. I'm
You
sorry.
don't have to see me, okay? Anyway, um, that's how come we've gone through this cycle of our male female relationship being upside down. This is not new, okay? My mentor, and she's been counseling black women for 40 years. She says we're upside down according to nature. If you look at all the stats, we're fucking upside down. Okay, why is that? It's because we're actually it's actually a defective culture we were actually handed. That's what Moynihan was trying to say. He said he said we're actually tasked to integrate these people. The Democrats are actually tasked to actually integrate these people into the broader American culture, right? To do that, you had to actually raise the standard of the men, okay? And guess who didn't want that? Even down to the point where Pauli Murray and the black female elite handed over civil rights to the white females. I always say, if black men had gotten the same kind of affirmative action and jobs and money that white females got, where would the black community actually be? But white females said they didn't want black men to have the rights that the white female didn't have. And that's why they did it. Pauli Murray and the elite black women, they wanted their place on the podium. In fact, Pauli Murray got pissed off of her last straw. The nail in the coffin for black men, especially in civil rights, was the March on Washington. And they were pissed that the black female elite was not on stage with the black men. They were pissed. And right after that, then they heard, and Eleanor Roosevelt actually inserted sex into the Civil Rights Bill, which almost killed it. But Eleanor Roosevelt and Democrats actually wrote it through. Okay,
So she was always a man.
Say what?
So she was always a man.
Charles, you're interrupting.
Yeah, we know you are.
So anyway, so if you go back, that's how come we actually documented this shit, man, because your elite black females will not tell you exactly what the fuck happened. The National Organization of Women, second wave feminism, actually started by a black woman, Pauli Murray, and Eleanor Roosevelt. That's where it started. Okay, it wasn't started by the ordinary white women that they tell you that it was started by. They had nothing to do with that shit. It was Pauli Murray and Eleanor Roosevelt. They had all the kind of power to actually do this shit on both sides. Okay. Now, go ahead.
Oh,
Now,
she's interrupting.
if you got facts and data and statistics that actually refute what the fuck I'm saying, please present it. Okay, I don't want to hear your feelings.
Well, she's
No,
interrupting.
I don't have any feelings. What? Say what?
You're interrupting.
What, Charles?
No, go ahead.
I have 3 questions for you, BGS. And I'd like a yes or no, like the same way you do me. I would like a yes or no answer, please.
Wait. Okay, if I do it, will you do it?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the first question, you showed that video just a minute ago about the lady telling the other woman to go ahead and put her shoes on, get an abortion. So
Yeah.
in that situation, my question to you is this: is the man who got that woman pregnant, is he in order or out of order? One of the two. Is he in order or out of order?
He's out of order. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And we tell them that because you open yourself up to all kind of bullshit when you get a woman pregnant outside
Okay.
of marriage.
Okay. My second question is that young woman who is going to get an abortion, is she in order or out of order?
She's out of order in the first place for not one, having sex outside of marriage, and 2, not being on birth control.
And you would say the same thing to the young man?
No,
That's my only last question.
the thing is, who is most do men have birth control like that?
No, I'm saying, is the man, hold
No,
on, just is my last question. Is
she's
that
not.
young man, is
No,
he out of
no,
order for having
no,
not been
no,
married and he's
no.
not out of order?
That was the first question I answered. I said yes. He
No,
is.
I asked, was he out of order for getting her pregnant? Now, when you said your response, you said she was out of order because, hold on one second, let me finish. You said hold on, you said she was out of order.
May.
Oh, wow, you don't want me to finish the question.
Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, don't make me cuss, please.
I'm about to finish my question. If you can let me finish.
May. I answered that when I
You are so afraid to let me talk.
What? Okay. Have we ever dated before?
Absolutely.
We have? When?
Yes. We've been dating for about 3 years now.
You s- you sick. You
You miss
sick.
me. I know you miss me. You
No, I
miss me,
don't.
don't
No,
you?
no,
Yes,
I
you do.
don't.
Yes, you
You
do.
sick. I don't.
Yes, you
Hey,
do.
you know what? The best pussy I ever had was my last ex. I don't miss her either. Okay.
I had to unsubscribe from your channel because I don't want to know you alive because I'm gonna come over there. So I had to have self control.
Stop. All right. Quit.
I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Now,
Seriously.
Oh my
when you asked
gosh.
me was that man out of order, right? The first question was the man out of order. I said for one, for having sex with her out of marriage, and also and not using protection. Okay. I answered. So your last, I already answered your last question. Go, but answer your last question. Okay.
So the young man is also. My question need to be clear. Is the young man out of order for not using birth control and not being married to that young lady?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And that was what I was trying to say earlier. I wasn't trying to say blame black men or blame men. I wasn't saying that. All I'm saying is we got to recognize that we have a society where the men are out of order and the women are out of order. And this is why the kids are in chaos. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. Okay. Can
That's just
men
not
give?
orphan
Can
question.
men give birth?
No.
Okay. Now, a long time ago, before birth control, okay, men were responsible for making a baby with that woman. And guess what would normally happen?
Shotgun.
It could be a shotgun marriage. Okay, you got her pregnant, you got kids coming, take responsibility, right? Guess who actually broke that contract? It wasn't us.
Well, that's still out of order, though,
I
BGS. You
didn't
get
say
somebody pregnant and then you try to build a relationship around a
it,
accident. Like
it
that's
does
not cool either.
the thing is okay, did that man rape that woman?
BGS, come on now.
Did I, yes or no?
Why
No,
can't
he didn't
you?
rape her, but that's not the order that we're
Eh,
looking for.
so
Is
did
oh, go get
did
people
Why
pregnant and then
can't
get married.
did she voluntarily engage in this act?
Did he and she? Yes,
No,
they
no, no,
did.
no.
why can't
I
you
don't
answer?
expand. Don't expand. Stop that shit. Okay.
Why can't
Did
you
she,
answer the direct question? God damn,
did she
I answered the question.
No, you didn't. You tried to
fucking annoying,
bully me
man.
into it. Did she voluntarily enter into this act?
Yes,
Okay. How many forms of birth control do women have?
we already talked about this before. Many
No,
types.
no, no, no. So
Damn.
okay, let me ask you this. Okay, who uses birth control the most?
Some people out here clearly don't use any.
No, 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 no,
None,
no.
neither.
Can you answer a direct question or not?
You just keep leading me, and I'm trying to
No, no, no.
you just
How,
make your point.
I want to. Okay. Oh, you want me? Okay. White women use birth control the most. Okay. Black women use birth control the least. Okay. Guess who used condoms the most? Okay. Black men use
We
condoms the
do.
most. Okay. So why is the out of wedlock birth rate so high in the black community when black men actually take better care and better make more use of birth control than the women do?
That's a good question. And I would
G-
answer you by
g-
saying, I'm going to answer the
mm,
question. The
mm.
answer to the question is apparently black men are not wearing condoms enough. That's why we're having these babies that
So
exist. They
so
came from
so
sperm.
so how come the white men who use by rate use half the number of condoms than black, less than half of the condoms that black men do, and their women don't come up pregnant? Why is that?
I don't know nothing about no white folks and what they do,
Well, I
honestly. I
do.
don't.
I do. We comparing if they're out of order and it's order, then there's an American order. Okay. The thing
Actually,
is,
from my
the thing is, white black women do not want to use birth control. Why? Why is it? Why Okay. The thing is, why is it that black women still the median rate of first birth is still the same for black women. Why the marriage, well, why the median rate of age of marriage has moved up like 7 or 8 years. Okay, black women still the median time for a black woman to have their first child is still 23. Okay. And it used to be 21 when they got married. Okay, now it's 31. It's actually 32 uh, for the median average, the median uh, uh, first marriage of a black woman. Okay.
Mhm.
And
The
let's
thing
not
is,
talk about
when we choice into it, it's not an accident. It's a choice. Okay. I actually interviewed women about their choices. Okay.
let's
Black
not
women
talk
about
about y'all got 1.2 million children that are outside by black men.
the thing is, if we can't dig in and address the freaking problems on the black woman's side, we're not going to fix this, okay? Because that's
Yep.
what that's where the problem is. The problem is not on the man's side.
Well, the baby is. Let me just stop right there. The baby had to get there with a sperm, right?
But guess
Okay.
what?
Correct.
Why? Why?
So
Why?
that means, hold on, wait. Let me finish. So that means that some man
You got it.
allowed
You
himself
got
to
30
be.
seconds.
That means some man allowed himself to be reckless and trust her or whatever. That's still a man's issue. Still,
But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
It's
Hold
your
on.
body,
Okay.
your choice, right?
And how do men pay for it? Do they let them off the hook?
So how do women suffer?
No. Do they let these men off the hook?
do they let them out the hook for child support? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Do they let them responsibility for the child? They let them off the hook.
Once the child is here, they got to pay child support. Correct.
And that's how come black men use condoms the most because they know these chicks don't. Okay.
They
Yep.
need to use them constantly. And if the
And
men were in order, then there wouldn't be none of these babies. If
so
all men were in order, then these babies,
so 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 women
accidental children wouldn't be happening.
so black women have no responsibility.
They absolutely do. I'm a black woman who would never, ever, ever
So
go
so
down that
so
road.
so so black women have no responsibility even though they have more resources they have no responsibility.
And even though they have more children.
You said, can you say that question one more time so I
No,
can
no,
hear
no.
you clear?
In other words, black women have no responsibility. Is that what
No,
you're
they
saying?
absolutely have responsibility. I think
So
my personal opinion, BGS, is that a woman is the keeper of her garden. And
okay.
she's a fool. She's an absolute fool if she allows herself to get pregnant by any man of any color.
You,
And
you,
she's not married. She's
you,
a
you,
damn fucking fool.
in most of the world, okay, they don't blame the man for a baby out of wedlock. Who do they blame?
I hear you, but you're trying to
No,
say
no,
that
no, no, no,
one,
no, 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 no. Stop. Full stop. Okay. Who do they blame?
in most cultures, they would blame a woman.
The woman. So why in every other culture they blame the woman for having a baby out of wedlock except for black American? It's the
You
man's
said it
fault.
yourself that we are an experimental people thrown together with a bunch of
Exactly.
chaos.
So basically, this whole order of how we operate is out of order. Okay.
I
And the,
agree.
and the women have gone. Black women have gone completely rogue. Okay.
Pretty much.
They have. They
I'm
have.
not going to circle the block, but I'm going to tell you that the men, if they were in order, these
No, no, no,
babies
no,
wouldn't
no.
exist. Let's just be honest.
That
Is that why the birth rate
you
is down for black
okay,
women?
the thing is, May, you think 1 + 1 = 3. 1 + 1 = 2. Stop. Okay.
So here's the question:
I
Why
know
do
it take
black
a
men
sperm
have?
and an egg, y'all.
It,
That's all
it,
I can
Here's,
tell you. That's a
here's the
fact.
question:
I, it
Why
have
do black
it,
men have less
it,
children? Why
Who
do
have
It
black
takes a
men?
sperm and an egg. It takes a sperm
No.
and an egg, Charles.
May, May, hey,
Why do
hey, hey,
black
hey,
men have less
hey,
children?
hey, 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 May, if you keep up this rhetoric, I'm gonna bid you a good night. Okay.
You want me to change my mind?
I,
Oh, God.
okay, May, I do. This is VHS talk. I do not give
Don't
a
do
fuck.
it. Don't do it, BGS. Don't do it.
Wouldn't stop. Okay.
Please do it.
This is the bullshit, right? And
Because I really do not give a fuck about what you think. Okay, I really
We've
don't.
had a long break. You shouldn't act like this
No,
right away.
no, no, no.
you
Why
know,
you come? Wait a minute, y'all. Is it me? Is it her?
it's you know this is a perfect example. This need to be clipped for the shorts. This is the perfect example why the black community is the fuck show that it is. Not
Yep.
one time can you hear a black woman say take this shit seriously.
Yeah.
Guess what? There's some things that are going to be totally in the black woman's fault. There's some things totally in the black man's fault, and there's some things we
Agreed.
share together. But
Well,
guess what? When y'all said my body, my choice, you took absolute responsibility. Guess what? Y'all pick fathers. Y'all
yeah.
pick
Hmm.
fathers since A1 day one. Every motherfucking woman on earth who can give birth picked the father.
Yeah.
If you didn't get pregnant by any other goddamn man, shut the fuck up.
And, and,
Just like a man picks a
mhm.
wife. You know what I tell my friends who are married and complain about? Shut the fuck up. You picked
You
her.
picked it there. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
why can't y'all take the fucking responsibility? Because if birth control pills were given to men, guess what? We would pick the bitches up like Wallet Keys birth control. But you
Yes.
know why you do it? Because you know goddamn well you incentivized to do so.
Yeah,
That's why.
and plus, black women are so emotional. They have babies by a good dick. That's why they get
Yeah.
a baby. Okay.
I mean, if
That's
then
why.
you want to
That's why.
turn Johnny Gooddick,
That's why I always play this, right?
I'm done. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Okay. Why do you think I play that?
and
It's
then the
always Jermaine's
saddest
fault.
part, they will take Johnny Gooddick, who basically y'all know that he's fucking 10 other bitches
Mm-hmm.
because y'all know because y'all talk
Yeah.
that he's fucking. Oh, he got good dick, girl, and get
Yeah.
pregnant by this nigga.
Now,
What
now,
the
now,
fuck you think happened to Cynthia G?
now, when I play that short, did she blame the man at any time?
No.
Did she blame the man?
Of course, she blamed the
No,
man.
because at that point
No,
the
no.
lady's pregnant. She did not blame him.
Hey. The
I'm
thing is,
agreeing with you.
her friend said, "Bitch, your choices are
It's so
poor.
cool.
Why
Yeah,
would you get pregnant by a bum
Mm-hmm.
Right, I
without
agree.
being married?" Okay.
and you know
She
what the
didn't.
saddest you know what the saddest part about that is, BGS.
What?
That's the female friend that they would say that they hating on her
Yeah. And
instead of
and uh,
saying that's the
she,
true friend you got.
she did not blame the man. Bitch, you opened your legs to a man that was not worthy of you carrying his baby. Okay. But I still
So
want to
are you
keep the
saying that the
baby.
women are the power brokers? Is that what you're saying? The women are the power brokers
In the
of
black
the
community, that's not
relationships?
in black community. That's not even a question.
Guess what?
Okay, so
Who picked?
in that case, I hear what you're saying. In that
But
case,
who picked?
if the black woman
Hold
owns
on.
all the power in the relationship,
Uh huh.
then yes, she would have to take all the blame, and she is the power broker. Yeah,
Here's the point, man. If a man picks a bad wife, that's on him. But
Yeah.
who gets to pick if you're a father?
Yeah. It's not on you.
well, it is on a man gets to choose whether he puts the condom on. 'Cause, a lot of men have sex with women they would never ever want to be seen out in public
Who
with.
picked?
That happens a
Who
lot,
picked?
and they make sure they
Who
put a
picked?
condom on
Hey,
with that one.
hey,
That's the
hey,
truth.
May. Hey, May. Okay, the times that shit happened to me, guess what? The broad was showing me the goddamn birth control pills that she was taking. Okay.
Let me ask you, man. If a woman doesn't want to have your baby,
She wanted.
is she gonna have my baby?
I go through this all the
No,
time.
no.
If a
Okay.
woman knows she does not want to have a child by me, is she gonna have that child by hook or by crook?
You said if she wants to,
If
a
she
certain
doesn't,
type of
Does
woman,
not want.
yeah.
So if a man doesn't want to marry, he could be with that woman for 30 years. If he does not want to marry that woman, is there anything that woman can do?
I would say no.
Shout
So
out to Drake.
that's the point. And see, May, you would be a lot cooler if you can answer like that.
yeah,
And the fucked up part about it is, y'all, if you actually saw what the fuck people are saying, we act like we live in different black communities.
Mm-hmm.
That's the neurotic part. Like we live in different fucking areas.
yeah,
I've
we don't.
literally seen this shit every day for a career for almost 20 years. Well, my baby father, he did. Why did you get a fucking why did you have a baby by a drug dealer?
Because the dick was good and he was funny. Yeah.
The dick was good. Well, he tricked me.
He's exciting.
Ben, you just admitted that you're not intelligent enough to have a baby.
No, black women are actually emotional. I recount this, and the simp trying to come to her rescue. Right? Okay. This woman was taught about. She got pregnant in college at 19. Okay, with her first child, with her first baby daddy. Right? That she didn't marry. Okay, she had two
Mhm.
babies, like 5 years apart, by the same guy. Okay. But that's a different story. Okay. So she said it, and I said okay. She said it was an accident. I said okay. Okay, I'll grant you it might have been an accident. Okay, I'll grant you that. Okay, and so so was he your first guy? No. When did you have start? You got pregnant about at 19. Uh, when did you first start having sex? She said 15. I said, so so it's not your first guy. How many boyfriends you had uh, between the guy you had, the baby's father, and your first sexual encounter? She said 3. So did you get pregnant by those 3 guys? Guess what she said? No. So after all that you knew, you went through 3 guys, didn't get pregnant. How did you wind up pregnant by this guy? She got quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5 years later had another baby by the same guy. So
BGS,
why this guy? Go ahead.
you know what I tell my younger female cousins?
Mm-hmm.
If you get pregnant by a deadbeat, that ain't my problem. You should have done your research.
No, they like them.
They like him, yeah.
I know.
They like them because of 2 reasons: either good dick or control, or both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to use this for an example. I was raised by my father, a very good father, and that's why I'm saying fathers make a difference. I think, and he told me, he told me I was not to have sex before marriage, and in addition to that, he told me that it is not acceptable to have a child outside of being married. So those are the values I grew up with. Okay, and so there's order. There's a mother and there's a father, and they both play their role in setting the standards and the code. And that when that's absent, hold on, let me just finish the point.
Okay.
So when that is absent, when you have an absent father or an absent mother, it could be either way. Then you end up a lot of times with a child, if it's not by death, that has half of half of their world missing to create the totality of what needs to happen in that child's life. That's my thought.
Okay.
But
So the
here's
thing
the
is,
biggest
hold on. I want to ask a question. What did your mother say about it?
My mother is raised the same way by her father, so that was the understanding. My mom did not have sex or have kids outside of wedlock.
So
My grandmother didn't either,
So your
or my great grandmother.
So your mother, your father, your whole family didn't believe in sex before marriage or having babies out of wedlock, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And we all got married very young because of that, all of us. I got married at 17. My mother was married at 18. My grandmother was married at 17. And then my great grandmother, I think she was probably like 17 or 18, 16 maybe.
That's very common. What I'm saying is what I'm saying is, okay, if you go through the history, okay, and you actually go through, actually read instead of go by what people say, okay, and start reading the stuff, okay. Number one, welfare was not presented to black women before civil rights. Number one, right? Black women actually fought
BGS.
Can I? Okay, what? What?
Why are you not dealing with what I just talked about, where a father is present, he can set a standard for his family, and generationally,
I agree with you.
But then there's a part that men play in keeping the order in the world. Let's just be honest about that.
Your whole family played the same part, okay? Because there are married people that have men and women in the household where that shit will go off because the women doesn't believe in it. I've seen it myself.
Well, I think that when you're raised generationally, that's all I'm saying. And this is the part that I could say that men could do. Why are men going after women who will get pregnant, who will have children out of wedlock? Why are men entertaining those type of women? I'm just asking. I'm not blaming.
It's called testosterone in pussy. It's not that hard.
But then the baby comes, and then the child support, and then the baby mama, and all the other drama, and the lack of order.
Have you heard men talk? Hard dick has no conscience.
Y'all got to work on that then, I guess.
It's called biology.
So y'all just go around, just stick it in and sperm shit out, and babies everywhere.
All over the world.
Wow, BGS.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it's called biology.
It's out of order though, because other people are not doing that. Other people are not doing that. Other races are not doing that.
Yes, they are.
You just said a minute ago that white men put their condoms on, they don't get women pregnant. You said a lot of cultures they don't do it. They don't have women running around pregnant.
Why do white men not wear condoms and not have kids?
Because
if they shooting up the club, why?
Their women wear condoms.
Because women use birth control. That's what I was trying to tell you. But you missed it. But you weren't in class that day.
I heard you say that, but birth control goes both ways. Men can put a condom on and save their life.
There you go.
Think about AIDS. It's HIV. HIV.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine
What's Jermaine's fault?
Well, wait a
It's
minute. Wait a
BGS.
minute.
There's HIV
Now,
out here too to protect
Wait
yourself,
a minute.
right?
hold on. Basically, okay. Uh, uh, whose rate of HIV is higher, women's or men's?
Ooh. VHS is out now.
Who's
You
higher?
tell me,
Suggest
because I don't know. I
no
don't
no.
know.
But why you why are you speaking on something that you don't know in front of me?
I didn't say I knew. I'm just saying you can get a disease if you don't use a condom. That's a reason to use one.
Whose rate is higher, men or
You
women's?
tell me. I don't know. I said I don't know.
The two highest rated HIV are black women and gay men. Why is that?
Because the gay man giving it to the black women.
So how they giving it to the black women?
'Cause a lot of them are DL.
Okay,
DL.
and also why is the rate so high all of a sudden? It's because they have Latino men coming in from another country doing what? Having sex with whom?
I don't know.
Black women. Why you think the HIV rate and the disease rate is so high in Houston?
Yeah.
It's called
Especially
spring break.
right after Biden gets into office. Why do you think that is?
I'm listening because I didn't know all this. I'm listening.
Okay. It's
Because
because Latinos brought in infection diseases that we had under control. Okay, and unlike what black women say, black women open to actually have sex with anybody. Okay,
Yep, especially if they think another race
they
of mankind attractive.
they just
That's lies. That's lies.
No, it isn't.
hide it. They just hide it better. They just hide it better.
No, it isn't. Because guess what? Black women suffer from some of the deepest self-esteem issues ever.
Yeah,
Especially,
yeah.
especially when y'all
Black
looking at
women are more race
people.
loyal.
Can he
No, they're
finish?
not.
Can he finish his statement? Go ahead.
Yeah,
No,
go
they're
ahead. I'm sorry.
okay. I'll prove that wrong. Nobody's marrying you but black men. Now that's statistically correct. Your marriage rates are actually going down.
Yeah,
Here's the part. Everybody looks at you as the cheap thrill.
yeah.
Okay? Go ahead and ask the white boys in the military who travel. They will tell you, oh, black girls get the best hit. They're not marrying you. They're not, they looking at you as a one and done. Knocked
Yeah.
you off on the list.
Can,
Now,
can, can I tell you guys a 35-year-old story, real quick?
go ahead.
I work with I had a good Mexican friend, Latino friend called Rick. Okay, and what he told me shocked me. Right, he has all his friends have Latina wives. Guess who their girlfriends are? The side pieces are
Black chicks.
black. They love the screw black chicks, but they won't marry them. Okay,
I'm not
very
race
common.
loyal.
And that's 35 years old, and he proved. I seen it with my own eyes. I said, wait a minute, are y'all married? No. You got, but I said, does your wife know you screwing a black chick?
PGS, I'm gonna ask you this
Yes.
question. Two
hmm
questions. Are all black men the
One
same?
question. One question. Huh? Are
I
all
said, are all
black
black
men?
men the same?
No, they're not. Mostly, yeah.
Okay. Are all they are?
We
All black
all
men are pretty much gonna do the same thing?
they're with a few exceptions, they're pretty much the same. Yes. Why?
That's why you have something called culture.
Yes. How, how much variation do you see between black men at the top and the bottom? Not very much.
If anything, black men at the top always idolize black men at the bottom.
It's cross culture. You can see with rich guys, and that's like we are actually class compressed. Okay, we eat the same foods, we wear the same clothes. Okay, um, we
Listen to
listen to
the
the
same
same
music.
music, yada yada yada. Okay, Uh, so for the majority, like 90% of stuff, yeah, we are the same. So
Well, I
Mike,
would
look
say
at
that
the
we express our culture. I would say we express our culture differently, even though we have a similar culture. I would say that there are some subcultures within that. Then there's people in that culture, but some have more order than others. I can definitely say I've seen that. I'm not
you're
saying
gonna
perfect, more order than others.
even in the ghetto, okay, even in the ghetto, you're gonna have a certain portion of people that will do things the proper way because it works, okay.
Yes.
You have people that are in the projects, been married for 40 years, got married when they were young, had their kids, blah blah blah. He worked a job, he didn't sell drugs, all kind of stuff. Okay, that's the majority of people. But the thing is, 90% of 80-90% of black culture, black men share. Okay,
And
and they're
let's
black
go
men.
back. And let's go back to that download thing, right?
Well, what about it?
Almost 64% of black LGBT is what? Black women. So
It
why is
is.
it this download shit with men always got to be black men, even though y'all fluid asses eat more
Uh,
carpet than a dust mite?
you know where down low actually come from?
Oprah,
No, actually came. It was actually published in San Francisco Chronicle, man, back in 1988, right? Where
you don't
white
like
men,
us,
pulling up to certain parks with the baby seat in the back, picking up homosexual prostitutes.
yep, that's what they have in Baltimore near
Yeah.
21st and also Druid Hill. They meet their little boyfriends.
These little boyfriends, okay, and basically, it got out, it got popular, and black women started mapping that stuff onto black men. That's where it came from.
But
And
Well,
yet,
then,
Charles,
y'all
I'm
and
and
not
then,
saying it's exclusive, Charles. I'm not saying that's exclusive to black men. DL is across all cultures and races. I mean, we can
but
see some of these events
but the
that we can see
majority,
some of these events that happened recently. That there's this brother that was down in Florida. He was running for Senate or something, and
yeah,
he was caught in a hotel room with a
yeah,
white man. You know,
he was running for governor. But what I'm saying,
governor. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you where it comes from. Okay,
but majority of black women,
the original deadbeat dads are not black men.
yeah,
They're not.
always been masters, baby.
Black women took what white women were saying and mapped it onto black men. Now,
And the sad part about it,
how did black men become the face of being a deadbeat dad and the face of being down low when the majority of those people are actually white? How did it happen?
and then
I think that's the propaganda for sure.
and then how
Spread
many black women have a
spread
gay experience?
spread by whom?
The
Who spread
propaganda,
it?
I mean, now we getting up BJ's, let's be honest here.
Now,
Black women don't own no media.
I,
We don't
I,
own no big companies. We can't put
spread
stereotypes in.
spread
We
spread
can't put stereotypes in movies. We don't
spread
have that kind of power. Come on now. Let's be real.
spread by whom? Who
Come
spread that?
on now.
No, I know. Come on now.
Jews who own all the media, those are the people who spread this information. The
No, they didn't.
universities that do
No,
the
no, no,
research.
no, 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 they
Black
didn't.
women have never had the power to
Yes, they
broadcast to the
have.
whole
Yes,
world.
they
No, they
have.
haven't.
Hey,
That's
Yes, they
lies.
have. Yes, they
hey,
That's
have.
lies.
Yes,
BGS.
they have.
Hey,
Yeah.
BGS.
Yes.
She must have forgot the three major ways of communication:
Yeah.
telegraph, telephone, tele black woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
BJ,
Yes.
you
We
said
don't
about
own the means of communication to
And
run propaganda
go
like that.
go
I'm
go
sorry. Can't
go
accept that.
go back. Run the history. Prove I'm wrong.
BGS.
I'm
You said
telling
about
you, Oprah Winfrey was the first black woman to own a network, and that's it. And that happened in the '90s. You can't make
Eh,
that up.
eh,
So just stop it, DJs. Please
who
stop.
had the biggest daytime show on the planet in the 80s and 90s?
Only Oprah. I mean, it's
Oh,
other people, but it's just as far as black women, that's the only one.
no, Oprah had the biggest daytime show on the planet in the 80s and 90s. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
So Oprah had the power to actually spread a what narrative?
So blame Oprah. Don't blame all black women then, because we don't control Oprah. You act like we all in one big cabal together. We're not.
Mostly.
I'm done. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Okay, I'll play this for you, AB. Go ahead.
You said black women are the most loyal, right, May?
No, she didn't. She didn't say that. She know better than to say that.
She said. He said it.
That's what y'all want.
No, it isn't.
He's not showing. He's not showing you that for that reason.
No.
He's proving a point. and, and
Oh, she's
she's
black.
yeah, she's black. Yeah. Anyway,
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
we
okay.
won.
What I'm saying is,
That's a
man, why are you?
fetish. That's a
No, no,
weird
no,
lady. She's a
May,
fetisher.
why are you here? Why are
Because
you
I
here?
got no place to go.
You yell at her to get her rent.
Hello? Can't hear you
Can you hear
guys.
us? Okay. All right.
She can
Anyway,
hear.
anyway, no, this is.
Uh-oh, I can't hear y'all.
Wait a minute. Basically, you ask for. Okay. You'll have to remove it, AB.
You got
Oh,
no place to go.
If I remove it, I will kick you from the studio. So.
okay. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I'm just asking, like, yo, like at some point, when do black women say, okay, our part of fucking up the community is blank?
I'm telling black men, stop waiting on them. That's
And
what
I'm
Jeff
Oh
was
yeah.
not.
saying. That's
Oh
what
yeah.
Jeff.
Stop.
That's what Jeff was saying. Stop waiting on them.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, yo, y'all don't want to. Y'all don't want to change it. Look who you had baby by.
Just like Jeff said, when I played that short about with Jeff, that's what he was
Oh
saying.
yeah.
Stop waiting on them to change. Okay, they're not going to change. Stop waiting on them.
That's why I said, I told a lot of chicks. I said, look, a lot of y'all lie to yourselves before you ever lie to me.
It's
I can prove to the point, and
go
I tell them I
go
can
ahead.
prove to the point. Look who you had a baby by. If
The,
you,
the thing is, this is so embedded into the freaking culture for 200 years, and black women do they like how the culture runs. That's why they
Mm-hmm.
never changed it. They like this stuff. Diane Stewart said that. She said we want to go from man to man, have babies by different men.
That's why
Okay.
they're bringing up Meg Thee Stallion and what's her name, Angel Reese.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, what did Angel? What, the funny thing, Angel Reese admitted she had 80 bodies on her, right? Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
and what she said, that's no big deal because my teammates had 300. Yeah,
Okay.
like, that's what I'm saying. Basically, it's
Mhm.
over, man. It's stop fighting for something that is not that can't be fixed. Okay, you can't fix
Yeah,
this.
I
You
want to
can't.
say this. It takes one man to find one woman, and that's all it takes, honestly. And you guys are painting every single woman with the same brush, as if
No, we're
there's no
not.
exceptions. There's
No, we're
yeah, every woman
no.
is a hoe. That's what y'all
May,
think.
May, May. No, we're not. What we're saying is okay. They come to us. Okay, they come to us. Pro
Mhm.
blacks and other people say if we do such and so can actually fix the whole community. Okay, they constantly on us about that. I'm tired of hearing it. Okay, you can't fix this shit. Okay,
Mhm.
you can't fix
I tell you
this.
what the solution is. I tell you what the solution is, BGS. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really believe that if you have a man who is stand up, this is where I think the solution is. If you have a man who is stand up and he has good order in his life, no matter what his history or his past or his family is, if he knows for a fact what he's looking for to build a solid, orderly family, that man can pick a woman who meets his energy and is on the
Mhm.
same program, and the two of them can raise a family, and from there it goes on, and you instill those same values, like just like a lot of these other
okay,
families do.
I
So
okay,
we're
agree.
not
Okay,
we're
okay.
not unique like that. We
okay.
No,
can
Can I
do
make
it. We
can I make a
can.
response to that? Can I make
go
a
ahead.
response to that?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but seriously, one family versus a whole community of filth. It's not going to work. That's hopeism. Let's be logical. Number one, you're betting on your children. Let's say you have 5 children. You're betting on your 5 children finding 5 decent people, which usually is going to be what? 5 other families. Somehow, some way, the average black person, think about this. What dominates the music? Is it R&B or is it fucking trap music and slutty ass rap?
Thank you, brother Charles.
So
Mhm.
so when you really think about this, right? And if you were a betting woman, you're going to be on the losing end with that one because one, the women are not cooperative.
Nope.
You're literally cultured not to be. The men, if they're not simping, which is basically idle work of mediocre pussy, if they don't have because number one, if a boy grows up and his father and mother teaches him not to simp, there's two things that's going to come about that. He's going to go somewhere else to an orderly culture because that is not his stick. And two, he's going to go MGTOW. So what you're saying is going to be counterproductive because the fucking part is you don't have enough quality people. You can't turn shit into a fucking shrimp cheesesteak, okay? It's impossible.
Hey, remember the story
I
of Lot,
disagree.
man? Remember the story of
Why?
Lot, man?
You can disagree.
Hold on. Remember the story of Lot, man?
I'm a non-religious person. Go ahead.
From the Bible, right?
I don't know it.
Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and he said one righteous man can turn around the whole society. Okay,
Okay,
Guess-
if I be 10 people.
and he find me 10 people, right? They sent angels down there to actually convert the Sodom and Gomorrah.
They
Guess what
tried to
happened?
break the windows.
And guess what happened, right? They pushed him out of the city. Okay. So prove me where a righteous man and a righteous woman having a righteous family can change the whole society.
I
Show
didn't
me.
say they had to change society. They have to keep their own order.
No, no, no,
Just
no,
like
no, no,
the
no, no,
just
no,
like
no,
the
no,
Let
no.
me
Mormons. The
tell you what
Mormons, they
that,
keep their own society. Listen, the Mormons are
May,
white, but they keep their own
may,
A
society.
society is
may,
multiple groups of people, woman, and multiple
may.
groups of family. So there is no society if there is only one individual.
What I'm saying is, you're saying that the way to change, the way to fix this, right? This society, right? This culture, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not trying to say fix society. I wasn't saying that. I was saying
Then
one
why
of the
are you here?
solutions.
Just,
Can I
it,
answer her this question real quick? What BGS just
you
said,
you
my
you
answer
you got
response
30
is,
you got 30
yeah, I'm
seconds.
not
Go
gonna
ahead.
take long. I'm not gonna take long. All I was gonna say is what I'm saying is as an individual person, you have those particular liberties that you can pick and choose your own outcomes and all that other stuff. You network with other families who are similar. That's
Man,
the answer. That's the
The,
answer. Y'all
the
don't want
answer.
to hear
No,
that
wait,
because
wait,
that's the
wait, 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 wait.
solution.
Man,
The answer. Hold on a second. The answer to what? What's the question?
I don't have a question. I said that's the solution is you network with other hold on, let me finish.
No, 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 no,
You
no, no, no,
network
no.
with other families. That's the answer.
Answer the question.
That's it.
Solution to what?
To your own individual family doing well,
Well,
which is the only thing which is the only thing you have jurisdiction over.
you can marry out. You can
You can
leave.
marry a black woman
Hey,
of quality.
You can marry out. You can leave the country, join different societies that's on your time. Well, I think you guys should do individually. Okay, we're not talking about that.
mhm.
Well,
and guess what?
that's your project, BGS. BGS,
Uh,
your project is to try to fix
no, that's
society.
your project.
I'm saying you got individual liberty that you can deal with that.
that's not what the fuck we're talking about. Okay,
Individuals don't survive very long. That's
they
number
don't.
one.
That's not what
I
we're
And then
said
talking
on
network
about.
with
top of
other
and
families.
then on
Okay,
top of that, what families can you truly network in the black community that are
you
stable?
can't.
I mean, really, let's talk about
And
it. Like
and,
when I
and
gave you the
You
five
don't have a
kid
network.
scenario.
You don't
No,
have a
no, no,
network,
no, no,
Charles.
no, no.
Sorry.
Listen, you
Man,
just
stop.
because here's
all
the
right,
part
all
about
right,
the
all
network.
right. Oh, let me. Okay, May, if you're gonna be contentious, baby, I'm gonna bid you a good night. Okay.
See,
Please, please.
here's the problem with
Okay.
May.
You got
May,
you
you
got
know
one- you
what
know
the
you got
goddamn
one more
truth
chance
is?
because this is going around in circles and taking up too much time. Okay.
This is the problem. And
Just
this is
finish,
the number
Charles.
one problem with the black community. You can tell black women is 2 plus 2. It's in your nature to say 5. You know it's wrong.
Yeah.
You won't even tell these chicks you need to start making because it's always the man's fault. This is the reason why I think you should outlaw fucking birth. You should outlaw baby showers for unwed mothers. Why? Because this should be a
Oh,
fucking
oh,
punishment.
oh, man. You are not.
Go ahead, Charles.
You're
Go
gonna
ahead,
come
brother.
after me, Charles.
It
Boy.
should be a fucking punishment. You should make it like I tell people sometimes. I love my niece, and my mother and my father will go and buy the diapers for the baby. I'm not saying take it out on babies, but guess what? She'd be like, "Come get your great nephew. He crying. That's your problem." My son's 18. Guess what? You fucked around with your with your reproductive system with a nigga not going anywhere, got pregnant with the daughter. God has a sense of humor. And guess what he did? He gave you twins the next time you fucked them. You need to sit down and have a talk with that man. But you know why? It's because y'all rely on the whole goddamn family. And let's juxtapose that to black men who have children. How much help does he get compared to the woman? Most times, black men got to figure it out on their goddamn own. And once the help starts getting out, I want to see black women really struggle, then come back and tell me. But now, when you
It's over. It's over anyway, man.
yeah,
Basically, all that crap is over anyhow, man. So basically, with the United States declining as it is, okay,
yeah,
you can't do that shit no more anyway.
yeah.
All that stuff is done. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna
Somebody
say,
else jump in.
BJ. I was gonna say, man, like again, for me, I know you're married, you're not outside. You know what I mean? Total different lifestyle. I'm telling you, for a nigga that's outside, these chicks is out of control,
Oh yeah.
out of control. And I'm not even. I'm in a very white predominantly state, and even the black ones here. It blows my mind. Like as I think BJ just brought up with Angie Reese. That's how they move.
That's how they move.
Yeah.
That is. I'm sorry to let you know, man. I am 40. I'm 42. As a millennial, a older millennial, no kids, no nothing. I would love to have a family, but I was fortunate enough to get the little piece of the 80s, the 90s, the R&B, the music. I am telling you now. And I'm not no deviant man. I ain't trying to do. I am telling you now. There are multiple Angie Reese's. They all move like that.
They all move like
Yes.
that. Megan Thee Stallion clones is what they are.
They're all
brother,
clones.
I want to ask you something.
Educated. Go ahead, you can ask me. I'm gonna keep it on.
I want to ask you: have you encountered any decent black women, any at all?
Yes, I'm keeping it real with you. You have all these girls. They're not dumb. They're highly educated, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I am telling you, if okay, remove the education, remove all the everything that looks great on the wall.
Right.
Work careers, everything. The number one thing, 90% of them, I say, yo, why do what's up with you behaving this way? Oh, I just want to do my own thing. I want to live this free agent lifestyle or whatever. It's all about the lifestyle.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the actual character of a man or who they interact with. It is about the image and the lifestyle.
Yeah.
To the point where.
Okay.
Hold on, let me finish. May.
You talked a lot, so let him finish.
May, you live in Atlanta. There are good portions. I'm sorry, in Georgia, Georgia. Yeah, in Georgia, right? There, I can tell you because I be traveling a lot, man. There are a lot of broke-looking women, right, who would rather live a particular lifestyle to fake the funk. Damn near homeless, ain't got no money in the bank, got to keep up this image, and now they're getting appliance and they're unemployed. Versus actually deal with a man who is just, you know what? Yeah, I'm boring. Okay, but I got a pension, I got decent benefits, I got XYZ. This is the norm. That's what I'm trying to point out to you.
Yeah, and white women are starting to adopt the same bullshit.
So when you meet these women, I'm not challenging you. Let me say that now. I'm not challenging. I'm listening.
Okay. All right.
Okay, bro.
And
I have a question real quick.
This is not the May show, so you have to tone it
What?
back a bit, May. This is not the May
The
show.
what? No, I'm asking the brother something. I'm not making it about me. I'm asking him.
I think you asking no questions.
I'm saying something. Okay, you have to dial it back some. Okay, you're dominating the whole panel.
I just want to say this real quick, BGS.
No question.
Finish your question and let that be it for a while, okay?
I'm just want to say this real quick, BGS. I'm about to get off. Look, at the end of the day, you can't fix a broken plate. Okay, it's destroyed beyond recognition. And number two, when you have a culture of women that says any man will do for a father, You have
You
too
know,
many guys who are incompetent. It's a recipe for
the
disaster.
United
And,
States has the United States has been spent so much money trying to fix black women, and it has
Mhm.
not worked. Okay,
and,
trillions of dollars to fixing black women, and the shit don't work because black women want to be what they want to be,
and
and
when
so
you look at
I say let them
and when you
as,
look at it,
as a group. Yeah.
here's the part. Last but not least, men love hoes. Okay, we just not trying to have babies and marry them.
You know, and some dudes love hoes and they want to marry hoes and have babies by hoes, but
And and and
those
when
are
and
rare.
when
Yeah.
you want to get to a decent spot, and guess what? At some point, the hoe wants to be treated like a wife. But guess what? You got to check the hoe facts. And I'm
Well,
going, whoo.
it,
Yes,
the,
don't talk about Rob Kardashian like
What-
that.
the thing is that unfortunately, okay, that's how come I made the comparison between Angel Reese and and Clay Thompson, okay,
Hmm.
completely different classes, okay,
Oh
No,
yeah.
you make
and
Meg Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion, I'm sorry, Meg Thee Stallion, right?
Either way, it's still the
Either
same.
way, same, it's almost the same thing,
Same,
okay.
same difference.
Same
You're
thing.
right.
Same thing.
I showed you a picture of her when she was a baby. Okay, it was like with mama, aunt, grandma, and mother, right, and little angel, right. Okay, gynocracy compared to a husband,
Well-to-do
wife,
family.
yeah, a regular family. Okay,
Hmm.
completely different. Okay, that's why I knew everybody knew it wasn't gonna work.
Hmm.
Okay,
She was just a
completely
fun
different.
girl, and she
and
Well,
didn't
she
make
and
it.
still lives. I'll give it 2 weeks.
and the Meg Thee Stallion's family is the norm, which it shouldn't be, is the norm in the black community. Okay,
Yes.
which is something that
Yes.
Monahan was trying to rail against, Clark was trying to rail against, Frazier
Stop
trying to
it.
rail against. But the thing is, and once they let black women have what they wanted, guess what? That's what they chose.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is what it is. They're still choosing it
And with all, oh, and you know what's crazy
with
is this?
with their chest out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say with all the negative inform, well, all the I'm sorry, the economic environment, as
Hmm.
harsh as it's getting, and it's
Yeah,
becoming worse and worse.
yeah.
I am telling you, it is still blows my mind. I'll share this story very quickly.
Hmm.
Last night I was at work. We had a female inmate. Next, and she's in the hospital. X Y. So I'm asking. I'm like, okay, this girl sounds articulate. X
Hmm.
Y Z.
Yeah.
And mind you, she is a young millennial.
Hmm.
So I said, yo, where did you go to school? Oh, I went to preparatory school.
Hmm.
Okay. Where'd you go? Did you go to college? Yes, I went to college. And I said, why? First of all, why are you in jail? Oh, I wanted to put hands on my baby father. I said, oh, okay. Oh, you
Oh,
own this? And I said it just like you said. Oh, you own this nigga. She started laughing, right? So
They know. They
yeah,
know. Yeah, they know.
yeah, she knows, right?
Yeah.
So then I said, so she was like, yeah, I've been having seizures. And I said, okay, so she had a seizure inside the jail, and then
Hmm.
she fell off with her. But then I said, okay, where does this, because seizures, you're pretty young. She's 31. She's
Hmm.
like, yeah, but I started doing coke when I was 15.
Oh gosh.
I said, hold
Yeah.
on, you 31, started
Lord
doing
have
coke at 15,
Yeah.
then you went on heroin.
And she went to a prep school. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So, mind you, again, this goes back to what I said to Mick.
that makes
Mick,
sense. But go ahead.
I am telling you, this is an educated system.
Yeah.
When I said, I don't even know a hole in the wall.
Upper middle class. If you went to
Upper
a prep
middle
school.
class. She
Yes.
went to there's a school. In the city of Boston.
Hmm.
They have three major preparatory schools. They have inside the city. Everything's all public. There's Latin Academy, OB, and this one called Latin School. She
Hmm.
went to Latin School.
Uh-huh.
That one that has the highest of children or kids graduating college who get
Hmm.
recruited to Harvard XYZ. She
Yeah.
graduated from there.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, okay, this is this is the narrative. This is a complete woman I've never met in my life.
Yeah.
Well educated, and she chooses this life. She is a reflection of what we see. And that's why I keep telling you, man. You
And
keep telling men, you want men to go out here and do all this work? Hell no.
you know what, James. Okay, my
Yes.
grandson. Okay, I'm not gonna say what school he goes to, right? But he goes to a dance academy school, right? Okay, and millionaire kids actually go there. Okay, very wealthy kids, right? Very wealthy black kids go there, right? As
Yep.
telling me, okay, your parents ain't wealthy like that, okay? And your grandpa ain't wealthy like that, so you have to be who you are, right? Okay, the shit is still the same.
Yes.
And these are not upper middle class. These are wealthy people whose parents are worth like 20, 30, sometimes $200 million. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
very wealthy kids. Okay. And guess what? The shit is still the same.
Still the same.
Yeah.
So BGS. So
Yes.
so can y'all basically say that some of these women have become the anti-life equation at this point
Oh,
because nothing they do necessarily is actually performative to life. Everything that they actually do is anti-life.
okay. There's two things going on at the same time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's the environment and then there's culture on top of that. Okay. Okay, the environment. If you go look study the Mouse Utopia, okay, according to the environment, what they're doing is, according to the culture, is biological imperative, where the birth rate will decline. Okay, for a number of reasons. Okay, so in that sense, they're following the imperative. Okay, and
No,
then
what I'm
you put culture on top of that, then yeah, then they will actually be anti-life. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
BGS.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They
So
basically have an
so the,
anti-life culture, basically.
Yeah.
Most of the world does.
Yeah, BGS. As far as step, I went to private school up till the 10th grade,
Hmm.
and of the black girls I came in contact with,
Yeah.
same thing.
You
They hit you. They were mean and aggressive, and yeah.
it doesn't change because, like I said, my I went to, because I was one of the first you know kids to get bused in the '60s, right in L.A. Right?
Right.
Okay, and they sent us to, which I still love, man, by the beach, man. You know how many kids go to school by the beach? Okay, school looking at the seagulls
Oh,
and
you was
stuff
a
like
cool
that.
kid in the neighborhood, huh?
No, actually, I was a strange kid, and and
Oh,
and
well, okay.
so you didn't fit in the ghetto, so you're picked on. So different
Oh,
story.
well, oh
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, just right. They
yeah,
don't like the smart kid. Never
in other
mind.
words, you're Sigma in both cultures. But that's beside the point. But the thing is that the black women still acted the goddamn same, even though they had money.
Yeah,
Even though they had money. So why you
mean,
would think?
snarky, all
So
that.
so I go back to the hood where they're on welfare. Okay. And I think of one of my classmates. I think she actually lived in the area that was her local school, right? Her father actually owned, like, I think it was like 10 beauty shops. Very wealthy guy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she acted exactly the same way that the chicks in the hood did. I had chicks like Harry Belafonte's goddaughter, right? Very, very famous, very wealthy people, okay? She acted the same way that the chicks in the hood did. What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Do the exact same shit.
What about old girl's daughter,
Who?
Maxine Waters' daughter?
That is my one mistake in life. I should have married that broad. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, she had some sense. Okay, damn, BTS did make you did fuck up.
She was in love with me, man. In like 10th grade, she was in love with me. So, anyway, I said if
Yeah,
I had to go back, I told my grandson that, man. He said, "Well, you wouldn't have me." I said, "I know, baby. I know." I said, "So
yeah,
I'm glad that you're here."
yeah.
Okay. But if I had to go back, I'd have married her.
Man, somebody preaches
If I had known, if I could look at the crystal ball, oh, you better marry this one, okay? You better keep
man,
her.
you gonna be retarded.
You better keep her. You know.
Somebody's preacher's wife wouldn't be the preacher's wife if I had.
Oh no! Oh, that's true. That is very true. So, she was
And she
short,
was
but
coming for me too, so I was
yeah,
like, not
yeah,
no, wasn't like,
and she was a 5, but she wasn't ugly, but yeah, I said, look back, yeah, when we go to a school where there's nothing but beautiful 8, 9s, and 10s, okay, okay, you kind of
this
average.
one was a 6 to 8. I fucked
Mm,
up.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you had to go back,
Yeah,
you pick.
back. My
You had to
goodness.
you had to go back. Yeah,
All
that
I'm
was
saying
that.
is this, BJS.
Uh huh.
When it comes down to it, as
Uh,
you an elder, you're seeing
mm-hmm.
the change of time. And
Mm-hmm.
as a millennial, I'm telling you, everything you have assessed is confirmed, sealed, and delivered, brother.
Oh yeah,
What
back
what
in,
what I'm what I'm what I'm what I'm saying is, I know people disagree with me, but the thing is, prove me that I am wrong in what I am
Yep.
saying. Okay?
I wish I
Don't
could. I
don't
can't.
don't try to change the argument. Prove me what I'm wrong with saying, because everything that May is saying, they've already tried. They've tried this already. It's not they haven't tried; they tried it already.
And then
But
Oh yeah,
it,
black men need to man
harsh.
up.
I mean, we've had the black bourgeoisie, man, since the 1800s. Okay.
BJS. It's
Yeah.
even now. I noticed that there's a lot more female content, basically telling men, "Don't be spending money on these hoes."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because what has happened is that black men, especially black men, have left the dating scene. Okay. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, Danica Marie was actually had a video on it. Okay. And these are hood dudes that she had. These weren't upscale.
Yeah, your
Uh,
Carltons.
they're Carltons. These weren't educated lames or the high value men. These are hood dudes. Okay. They're saying the exact
Mhm.
same thing. Okay.
When Jermaine is out, you know it's a wrap.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See if I can find it because she just had it. Okay.
Yeah, it's. I mean, again, May, no shade, love. I'm just telling you from the boots on the ground.
Hmm.
I have friends who are squares, legitimate squares, and they just that's their move. That's how they move. And they, man, listen. Some of the stories, like, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. One of my partners, well-to-do, let's say 300,000, no kids, everything. He wants to take this woman on a date. He goes, yeah, let's go to XYZ restaurant. Mind you, he likes upper class restaurants, but he's a little more conservative, like first date, whatever. So he names like 3 restaurants, and they're like top 3 or top 10 in mass, right? The girl says, no, I eat at a particular area. So the particular area is a seaport. It's like Rio Drive in LA, right? He goes, all right, yeah, that's cool, but let's do it when we, what I'm saying, when it's our anniversary. She goes, oh, you don't understand. What? So I said, yo, what she do for a living? Oh,
Here
she's
we
a
go.
she's a makeup artist, hairdresser. I said, let me see the IG. All I saw was it. Yeah, you just selling pussy, baby. Let's say you need
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
to take.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, when you see people that are educated with sleeve of tats, I said, okay, the society's gone down a lot.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. When I first saw this stuff with the tats and hip hop clothes, something like back in the late '80s, early '90s, I thought it would actually blow over. I never thought it would actually get this big because all that stuff is actually prison culture. All the tats and all that kind of stuff. That's prison culture.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, BGS,
And I,
who promotes that and puts it out in the media and the music? Who does that besides the artist? Who promotes that, makes it available, possible?
uh, uh,
If we're honest.
black hood men started it. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah,
and
but
and
mate,
and what they what basically this is if you go back to NWA. What they found out is white men were actually buying this stuff. Okay.
yeah, that was black folks.
So white people buy the music. They're at the
Hmm.
front. They promote it. And you have the small hat community. They make lots of money off of
Yeah, they
taking
do.
street culture,
They do.
right?
Yeah,
And so we gotta look at that too. There's a manipulation from the media
but
that
mate,
promotes all of this. And let me just finish one sentence. Let me just finish one. I
real
haven't said
quick.
it in a long time. It's real. Oh God, it'll be so quick. Um, what I want to say is like you guys were talking about Meg Thee Stallion and you said Angela Reese and you just talk about all these people and guess what? I never
Real quick.
subscribed to Western culture. I'm done. I mean, okay, never mind, BGS.
Yeah,
All right,
May, you are married.
I'm
I
trying to
can't
explain.
say anything. I can't say nothing.
I'm trying.
I'll just let you
Hey,
guys
hey,
have
hey,
your
hey, hey, hey,
conversation.
hey, hey, hey. Okay.
He don't get it, man.
I was trying to make a point, but I can't say nothing for 30 seconds.
I'm trying to. The thing is, you're not old enough to know
I
where this
just
shit.
wanted to
Hey,
say
May,
something, BGS.
May, May, stop! Stop acting like a
I'm
little
not allowed to
kid.
talk. I'm not allowed
Stop
to
acting
talk.
like.
You let everybody else tell
Stop acting.
stories and talk, and you won't
Stop,
let me say anything.
stop acting like a little kid.
I'm not acting like a kid. I'm saying
Okay. I'm trying to explain where this stuff started. Okay. This is
Mhm.
prison culture. Okay.
I
And
know, but I was trying to say, let
May,
me just finish
stop.
the sentence.
No, 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 no. Stop. If you come back up, I'm gonna drop you down. Okay. Stop. Okay.
Just drop me down. You don't want me to be here. That's okay.
Oh. Don't threaten
Enough
me.
said. Enough
Don't threaten
said.
me with a
Okay.
good time. Good Lord.
Enough said. Enough said. Okay. I'm
Oh,
trying.
don't threaten me with a good time.
I'm trying to tell you where the shit comes from. Okay.
Hmm.
NWA found out what they found out is that white people fund this stuff. Okay. But white people didn't adopt the culture. How come they didn't adopt the culture? Why did we adopt it and the white people didn't?
By design.
By design. No,
Yeah.
no. But the thing is because white women, black women thought it was cool. Okay, we
Yeah.
never thought black women would actually sag their pants, grab their vaginas, and be tatted up from left and right because that was
Hell no.
unattractive to black men. We never thought that would
We're
happen.
doing that
Okay.
with AI. We don't need them.
BGS, there was a recent. I don't know. I don't know if she's an artist or whatever. She went viral. Talk. Well, she was on with what's that? Uh, she's like a New York female MC. She does interviews with a Smith Latin woman.
Yeah.
And so this artist female, she's like, yo, women are worse than men. She, mind you, this woman left her marriage,
Yes.
left her with a child. Everything was Gucci. She went to go to the coochie. She went to get some coochie.
Yeah.
She said these chicks is worse than niggas. These chicks
Yes.
is all they want to do is fuck me, use me, dispose of me.
Mhm. I mean, the thing is that it's because black men do not have control of this culture. Okay, we never had it, right? Okay,
Mhm.
our women are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do, and this is where they're driving the culture.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting tired of, and you hear this all the time, James. I'm getting tired of uh, people coming in demanding that we fix these broads. Okay, that's what I'm tired of. You know, I don't care if black men want to do what the fuck they want to do, and black men actually want to date them and get them pregnant, whatever they want to do. That's on y'all. Okay.
Man, listen,
Hey,
BGS.
blow me up for a minute.
BGS, if Dr. whatever fake Brian, the fake therapist,
Mm-hmm.
can sway these women
Mm-hmm.
and not
You
and
can't
they don't even want women with credentials,
Yeah.
then you're right.
Because she's telling them what they want to hear. Go ahead, AB.
You can't fix this. That's Megan Thee Stallion and the Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. Oh yeah. Angel Reese is a carbon copy of Megan Thee Stallion. You can tell.
Oh yeah.
Okay? The thing is, even the people that were in hip hop stuff like trying to warn people, you can't let this get out of hand. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they let the shit get out of hand and still going. And when it starts infecting the women like crack did, okay, you're gonna implode the whole community, which is what's happening right now. And the thing is, they still want to blame them, want the men to come back and fix. We can't fix this shit. We can't fix it. Oh, you got to be
Yeah.
man up and sacrifice yourself and take on these single mothers and mentor these guys. Fuck all that. But if you ain't a real man unless you sacrifice yourself. Fuck all that.
Yeah. What? For these
Yeah.
hoes?
Oh yeah. Yeah. What's the name? Actually, he was actually on Jeff DeAndre. He's the actor and shit like that. Talking that shit. Okay. Fuck all that.
Mm-hmm.
What do men get for saving the black community? What do they get? Well,
They're
you
asking
know,
kids.
well they just supposed to do it because they men. Fuck all that.
They're asked to kiss.
Yeah, fuck all that. Because black men have done that already. And guess what they got? They're asked to kiss.
Nada.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
Fuck all that.
And black men now, especially with all the stuff that's going on, they ain't trying to save no what in this economic environment. Hell no. You broken, bitch, stay broken.
Yeah. That's why I say why do you come up here? Because you all you want to do is be contrary to everything we're saying. Okay. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Typical black woman. Okay. The sky's blue. No, it's pink. Okay.
No, Greg.
It's broad daylight. No, it's evening time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Prove I'm
It's
wrong.
midnight. No, it's noon.
It's noon. Yeah.
Man, a lot of these chicks remind me of they're the female version of Blade. Nigga. They can walk next to each other.
Yeah, they're day walkers.
Okay, day walkers.
And I'm not saying that women don't have the right to do what the fuck they want to do, man. The thing is that at some point,
Trade-offs, like you
yeah,
said,
yeah.
just
The thing. Stop asking us to fix these females. Stop blaming the black community on black men. Okay. That's why I played that skit with that chick and abortion. It really wasn't about what did the man do. It's about that women actually agree with this procedure. Okay, they're not against it.
Yeah, it's a culture.
And every time you bring it up, did the man know he's gonna get the woman pregnant if he's gonna ejaculate it? That has nothing to do with what the fuck we talking about. Okay.
be just I'm gonna keep it 100 with to the world in the panel. Most sisters right, have access to more sex than they've ever had since I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot tell me from the social media, Snapchats, XYZ, that you cannot make an adequate, decision on the type of motherfuckers you let hit raw. You can tell by his lifestyle how he moves. Now, this whole thing is May tried to bring up, oh, it's always men. No. These bitches got access to niggas. They know what they're dealing with. This is not 1991 and 80 with they know. And they choose that lifestyle because the truth be told, that's why you see a lot of the incarceration rate is mostly women now. Men ain't going to jail at the rate they used to.
No,
it's women. And I can tell you, and I've been in high school in over 20 years. When I was in high school, peer pressure for sex was not coming from the guys.
No. Yeah, no, it's coming from the women because it changed. Yeah,
it was coming directly from the women. Peer pressure for sex was not coming from the guys.
What they say, BG, as long as it's long, hard,
yeah,
I don't care what he do for a living.
Yeah. If you want to stay in the 4, 5, and 6 range, man, you can fuck all day. But the thing is, it's not the sex; it's the drama that comes behind the sex.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Oh yeah.
It's like the chick in jail for attacking her baby daddy.
Yeah.
Emotional labor.
Yeah.
That's
the issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally asked her, so why didn't you walk away? She's like, oh, we just got history, and I had to let him know how I get down. I said, oh,
I had to let him know how I feel.
Because he had a chokehold on her. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And my pussy, the dick was calling me. It be calling me.
Hey, you said what you say, BJ? Once a man, I think you said this best. A woman in her mind, if he basically lets a man hit that dick, she owns it.
Yeah, she does. She does. It's her dick. Yeah, she does.
I was telling an older lady today.
That's my real estate.
Yeah. This comedian said, "You fuck me 3 times, we go together."
This older lady asked me today in dialysis, BGS, you don't have any kids? Nope. I said, no, I don't have any kids.
May did have a violent past. She did go to jail for attacking somebody. Yeah, that's very true.
I didn't know.
May had a habit of slapping people before. Her husband had to break her up from doing that shit. So
she
May know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, she's the BET version of what's on Boondocks of Oprah.
Yeah.
She sits in front like, what? You ain't gonna have no nigga shit on here?
Yeah. I mean, you come in with your degree, with your house and stuff like that. I'm supposed to be impressed, baby. I've been around all that. Okay. What you have is nothing compared to the people that I've been around. Okay. That's nothing. Okay. People are still people.
Yes, they are.
My grandson's finding out the hard way because where where he goes, James, because I told you behind the scenes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He was complaining about him being a poor kid. Around rich people. I said, man, I was trying to tell you, okay? And how come the girls aren't choosing him the same way that they choose the other guys? You're not in their class, okay?
Yeah, bro. And don't be mad.
Don't be mad, okay? You're not there to hook up anyway. You're there to actually learn, okay? You're not there to hook up.
Rejection is a part of life. He'll be all right.
But he's a teenager. You know,
it's hard. It's hard.
He came from a local school, right? Local private school where he was the man. Okay.
He was the man.
You go to another school, you ain't the man no more. Okay.
He gonna do like the psychological, like yo.
You ain't gonna get chose like you were getting chosen. Okay. And now he's 13. He's upset. He's gonna be 14, but he's
yeah, that's when the ego kicks in. Oh yeah.
So the girls that he likes ain't choosing him. Okay.
I understand now. The hormones are kicking in. And he's pissed.
Yeah. That's why I talk about the octanes. Okay. If you understand it, okay, you have to make the octanes work for you. Okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as you get older, if you improve in what you are, those same girls that you're not in the same class will start choosing you for different reasons. But anyway, we go ahead and play this real quick, just a few minutes of it.
Think about it at this point. That shit not even a thought in my mind. Not having sex is not hard. That shit really easy as fuck. Especially when you really value your solitude and your peace. That shit easy as hell. You can't even get me to like you enough to even want to drop dick on you. And I'm saying this as a man. That's how bad it is out here. But you don't be shit but a headache, bro. You either outside for the streets, you cheating, you lying, you being sneaky, or you just fucking crazy, bro. Ain't nobody got time for that shit, bro. I'm not finna swap energies with you motherfuckers, bro. Like, I really value my motherfucking peace. I'd rather chill by my motherfucker, dog.
Let me give you a little game. Females always thinking they're trying to fuck. Baby, I don't give a fuck about no pussy. Look at me. Pussy pop out of both draw legs for a nigga like me. Only thing I care about is my respect. Respect me, baby. That's what I want from you. Respect me.
So, I'm the only person that really don't give a fuck about sex. Like, I don't care how good your Gucci can be. If you mistreat me or something, I'm not gonna be with you, bro. And honestly, bro, we don't even gotta have sex in a relationship for real. I don't give a fuck about that. I just need you to be around and shit. You feel me? I want to be cut up with you. We can kiss and shit. But like, sex wise, I don't really fuck about that shit. Cause like, that shit I don't give a fuck how good your Gucci is, bro. Like, we can be in the bed, or we can be cut up and shit. On top, you can literally be on, bro. I don't give a fuck about no damn sex, bro.
Sex is very low on my totem pole.
Yeah. In terms of like what you need?
Yeah, I could care less.
What do you care about?
I just want like a friend. I just kind of can't put.
Wait, why is that funny? We got more, but why is that funny? Why is it funny that now?
It's because friend zone used to be. I was telling guys there's advantages to being in the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
it's a taxi cab theory, right? You talk to the cab driver all you want to, he drops that flag, right? And the meter starts running. Okay, as soon as you fuck a woman, the meter starts running.
Hell yeah.
That's what guys are finding out. I can get more out of you by being your friend than fucking you. Okay.
BJ.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say whole culture because women have pushed it, so it actually benefits men so much better because now, like you said, it cuts the expense.
Yes.
You ain't once these chicks fuck you and they move on, you're like, you actually save a lot more money compared to what it was early on.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
When you had to date and marry and court and all that kind of shit, it costs you way more. So, and so and the guys are cutting that down. I'm not giving you $100 dinner or $200 dinner. Okay, like Ant was saying.
No, fuck all that. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck all that. Yep. These are
Don't
not
put no friend on the view.
these are not educated lames. These are regular dudes. Okay.
Regular dudes.
Yeah, these news aides.
A couple dudes are street dudes. Okay, and so it's spreading. Okay.
And these new age chicks are bringing their friends on the date. Like that, I don't believe in that shit. They're gonna be paying for their own damn meal, and they're gonna be on the date.
And it's because it's a ring. So they get a date, and they bring their friends, and their friend gets a date, and they bring them, and that's how they get over. It's game. Okay, women have game. Women have game just like men do.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
No, but
Like men do.
if some of these videos, some of these videos, BGS, the friend don't even have a date. It's just them. And the girl talking about you can pay for all of them. I'm like, fuck all that.
It'll play out until it gets old. When it gets old, men will stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
A lot of shit's getting old.
So some soldiers got to get shot to win the war.
Yeah.
Okay, it is what it is. Okay, just like Ant was saying. Okay.
It's truth.
So that's what I'm saying. If a woman requires a different level from y'all will.
Who are you to require any different level? Who are you? Why do you think that I should spend more money on you because you have a vagina? Who are you?
I mean, what are you gonna spend it on then? Like, what are you?
I don't have to spend it on anything. Bills, things of an importance. You're one of those women who believe if I spend $500 on a date, that's more effort than me actually setting up something where we're able to actually spend time with each other and thinking about the environment that we're in and thinking about the place and how with the time and the temperature and how it's going to smell. Things like that. You're focused on, well, I want to take pictures so I can put it on Instagram to show everybody that I have a man with money. Valentine's Day, I want to see the roses on the bed with the balloons and the flowers and the chocolate with my name in a balloon so everybody can see. Let me put it behind glass because it's not the importance of what this man did for me. It's how much money he spent so I can show the world that I have this type of man.
Well, that's
That's
how
why.
y'all are. Nobody appreciates something that they got for free. Y'all are that way. Men
Wait,
don't
what?
appreciate nothing they got. Men don't appreciate a woman that they got for free. To be honest, they only appreciate a woman they had to work for. And sometimes they.
What are you talking about? If you know everything and we don't, why are you coming up here asking me, and why are you struggling to find a man to do the things that you used to have?
I wasn't. I was just trying to see what men actually want. But like
I'm telling you, but you don't like the answer because it goes against what you believe. You believe that a man is valuable. You believe a man is valuable because he just got money to spend it on. You're a bottom of the barrel woman. You're bought. You're a prostitute. A man can sleep with you if he got enough money. A man can't sleep with you because he has integrity. A man can't sleep with you because he's a good man, because he's a man of God, because he can teach you things and has wisdom. He can sleep with you because he can take you on a nice expensive dinner date and do it enough times where you feel like, you know what, this nigga got money, I'm gonna give him some pussy. You're a prostitute. You're a modern day prostitute. You just don't want to admit it.
Amen. Say it loud. Say it again, bro. Say it, young man. Say it again.
Yeah, I did a video on that, so I had to pull that one out. Anyhow, y'all, we like 2 hours in. I think I've given you guys your money's worth. So
Yeah, most definitely. Can you pay my bills, pay my telephone? No, shut up.
I'm like, okay, May, why do you keep coming up here with the same shit, okay, and the same attitude?
She needs that daddy energy.
May lives in her own world, man. She got her own little, like she got her own never land. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we ain't talking about May for at least 2 months.
Hey, the thing is, one thing she's learned when she's getting ready to walk into a logical trap. I'm not going to answer that because I don't agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
yeah. So
she said the same thing to me. Well, why do you guys always ask us questions? Yeah, it's like oh.
Yeah.
May don't want to believe that these women are hoes.
And she knows
It's
that they
okay.
are. But she said, but individually, you can find the women that particular woman that you want, and da. And she there's 4 billion women on the planet. You can find that anywhere. Okay?
No, we ain't doing that in the U.S. We outside.
No. We outside, literally outside. Okay, literally outside. Yep.
Yeah.
These girls are charging dudes with their phone numbers. I just heard about that. You know, I have no problem with it. Okay, if that girl's worth it to you to actually pay for a phone number, okay, to get a chance at her,
pay for it. That's on you.
Yeah, if you find a chick that looks like Aisha Curry or somebody like that, and she said, okay, you got to give me like $20 for my phone number. Okay, you know, it's worth a shot. Cheaper than a date.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if she want to give you a phone number and pay for it, if she's worth, the thing is, look at the situation. If she's worth you paying the money for a phone number, pay her. Okay. In fact, why don't we ask you multiply it by 5 or 10 times and give me some pussy instead? Okay. So let's skip all that.
You know, I just wish the modern day female would just be transparent. Like, be like Suki.
Yeah.
Just be, if you stop dabbling, stop kiki, stop doing what you do on the social media, talking about I can't find a man, but you got all ass. Just be like, I respect Suki. Be like, these bitches is lying asshole. If you want to do this, do keep it all the way.
Keisha, if you want to come up and ask a question, have a discussion about it, we can, okay? Stop typing. There's a reason I said it. If you can't understand the reason I said it, then it's okay, okay? It's called called being black pill and pragmatic. Say how many 9s or 10s are you actually going to run across? How many? Are you actually going to have a shot at? So if $15, $20 will actually get her phone number and so you actually have a shot at her, take it. I say take it. It's probably worth it.
Mm-hmm. If that's what you want, I'll never tell men. I'll never tell men. If that's what you want.
If that's what it costs to get in the door, and she's worth the shot, pay her. Yeah, pay her. You know, you guys think like blue pill people, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm black pill, okay? If a 5 comes up to me and said I got to pay her for a phone, you kick rocks, baby.
No.
No, but if you give me somebody like a young Halle Berry says, okay, if you want to get a number, you got to pay $20 for a phone number. You know what, baby? Give me the number.
If you give me, well, forget if she was younger. If you give me making good now and I'm married, I might pay 40 or 50.
I want to verify that number before I actually we'll leave. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put that gamble down. Okay. But it's got to be for something. That's worth like when you buy a lottery ticket. Okay. Like, the odds you winning are very slim. But things why you put the $20 down on the lottery. Okay, because it's worth the risk.
Young Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, young Vanessa Williams. If she's worth it, but the thing is, most of those chicks they're asking for it are probably not worth it. So if she's not worth it, you laugh at it. Psst, please, okay.
Don't need to get me started on Karen Greer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how many men of social status have actually acquired those type of women and kicked them right back out, back to the world?
I mean, you can offer her a drink. If you offer her a drink, it's gonna cost you more than the $20.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you always it's part of the game. This is when you move in these circles where they, hey man, it's a small percentage of pretty women that just say, yeah, I'll keep it simple.
Yeah. Basically, your nines are maybe 2% of the population. Okay.
Yeah.
You see a 9 and you want a number, and she's willing to talk to you and actually say it's going to cost $20 for the number. Okay. She's opening the door for you. Now, so if you think that what's in front of you is worth it, you got a shot. Take that gamble. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But for a 4 or 5, kick rocks. Okay.
No, brother.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. These 4 and 5s is talking crazy.
They're talking crazy. 4 or 5.
I was going with 2 talking crazy.
Charge you for the digits. Say, baby, I wish you luck. Okay.
What's going on, panel?
Hey, what's going on?
What up, BGS?
Hey, long time no here, man. I thought I didn't think you'd be stateside right about now, man.
Oh no, I'm down in San Diego now.
That's stateside, though. Oh, you're stateside, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So here's what how should I say this? Here's a report from the streets.
Okay.
So the whole situation with let's say for instance, the whole culture. I should say it like that.
Yeah,
3 or 4 culture.
Say whole culture, man.
Like, when y'all saying like it's hitting everybody up and down. So the dudes that's sitting here with the like the penthouse apartments, I'm sitting here hearing these complaints about how everything feels transactional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then all these dudes, I'm talking about, this is American, Nigerian, Jamaican, everybody. They're all saying the same exact thing. Now, they don't want to pay no more. They're trying to settle down to 4 or 5s because they had the dimes. The dimes is getting mad at them because they act, oh, I see how you acting. You treating me like I treat niggas that I don't like. Yes. And like this is a direct statement that came from one of the shorties to the dudes.
Yeah.
Now, I'm getting calls from past shorties that it was a meme that was out there recently, and it was dude saying he had to compete with the drug dealer and Chris Brown and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, I'm competing with Joe and Chris Brown and the rest of these motherfuckers, this one particular type of chick. And it's like one of these situations where, yeah, I'm smashed, but do I really feel like dealing with this?
Yes.
Do I really feel like dealing with the spotlight being put on me because I'm competing with somebody else's bank account?
Yeah.
Now,
at this point, Chris Brown and Usher are a litmus test. See whether that heifer was going to spend $3,000 to go to their concert.
I could care less, man. If she comes back from the concert, man, and she's willing to do what I tell her to do, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, keep that pussy open.
Don't really care about it, right? I don't really care about that part really, because I got access if I feel like it, right?
True.
But the thing is, it's not the and like everybody else I just heard you play, it's not about getting the pussy no more. It's straight out.
It's being content because even the 9s and 10s give you headaches now.
Yeah.
The money don't matter no more.
It don't.
The 9s and the 10s. The 9s and the 10s is actually act a little bit better. It's the 5s, the 6s, like they really. You said something years ago about how the 9s left the room, the 8s and the 10s left the room because they already married or taken or something like that, right?
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, and then like now you got a room full of 7s who are occupying the 9s space, thinking that they're 9s, and it's like all way shorties are acting like they are really that person, and then like it's trickling down to the ugliest of us,
You
bad
don't.
body, potato bags, just
It's because the price floor has gone up over the past 10 years. Okay,
Yeah.
so in other words, the 8, 9s, and 10s have priced themselves out of the game.
Yeah.
Which is why 8, 9s, and 10s are not sticking the landing like they used to.
They're not. That Barbie
Okay.
startup kit is
Yeah.
expensive.
In other words, basically, 8, 9, 10, you're supposed to have. I was telling my daughter, okay, she's like 7, 7.5, right? I said you're supposed to stick the landing before you get to 30.
Mm-hmm.
If you get past 30, you ain't stuck the landing, especially if you're 8, 9, or 10. You're not gonna get the same dude, okay?
No.
Because people like fire light bearers are actually gonna pick a chick that's 25.
Hell
You
yeah.
ain't gonna pick no. Why should I pick a 35-year-old woman
Yeah.
instead of
nah.
a
I
25-year-old
cut the
woman?
dreads off. I cut the dreads off, so I gotta bring it up like to like to like 30, 32 right now. I cut the
Oh,
locks
okay,
off.
okay,
So
okay, okay. You don't you don't want the 25-year-old drama no more, huh?
no more, no
No
more,
more.
no
Okay, all
more.
right, all right, all right, all right. Go ahead, Keith. You want to come in?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Argue your point. Go ahead.
Cool. How y'all doing? Thanks for having me up. Nah, I was just taken aback when I
Mm-hmm.
first heard a girl just have that because honestly, it was a woman that I was dating. It was a
Okay.
younger girl. She was talking
Okay.
about one of her nephews.
Uh-huh.
He was just going up to a girl asking her for a number,
Mm-hmm.
and the girl, like the first thing she was just came to her mind was money,
Okay.
saying, give me $20 for my number. And
Okay.
no, it was just I was taken aback just to see how these young girls like where their minds have gone.
Hey,
Um,
basically, okay. Um, in with Gen X, when Gen X was actually starting to come of age, okay.
mhm.
Um, in the late '80s, early '90s, they switched, okay. And what they were saying is, when it came with their partnership, okay, they started making it
Mhm.
transactional.
Mm.
Um,
Mhm.
and instead of emphasizing the old gender roles, cooking, cleaning, caretaking, all kind of crap, right? They said, okay, the main
Yeah.
thing is sex, okay? So instead of going through the courtship process and learning curve and her doing all the other shit, skip all that hard shit and go directly to what they really want, which is sex, okay? And that's where it started in the '90s.
Mhm.
Actually, asked two psychiatrists the same thing. I said, if you eliminate gender roles, what basis do you have for a relationship? You have to figure that out. So the thing is that since all men want the same thing, which is the box, okay, instead of
Yeah.
promoting cooking, cleaning, caretaking, and all that kind of crap that women normally did, okay, we're actually gonna say, if you
Yeah.
want this box, it's gonna cost you this, such and so, and that's where it came from. So now we degrade it all the way down to where
Mm.
it's all transactional.
Y'all transactional. I honestly, my first thought was to ask her, "Hey, where's the young man's father?" That was my first thing because when when she told me about the situation,
Hmm.
she actually said that she kind of didn't endorse it, but she kind of was just more like I don't even know if the word is consoling him, but kind of just
Hmm.
saying, "Oh, that's okay, just you know, um, just get to know her and talk to her,
No, no,
But
no, no.
it just made me think,
If
like,
a
where's the
woman,
father?
if you approach a woman and she says it's going to cost you $20 for the phone number, you tell her
Mm.
have a nice day and I wish you luck and never see her again.
Yeah, I
That's the
just yeah,
mindset. That's the mindset that she's on. Don't say you need to get to know her and talk to her. Fuck all that. Okay.
yeah.
That
But
means
that's
she
the
don't.
thing.
That means she don't
These
want you.
women is the leaders in the
The
family.
mother is going to lie. The
They
mother is
just
going to lie to the son, like
Yeah.
regardless of whatever it is,
Hmm.
because she always sees the other half being the situation of the negative. She will always lie to the son, regardless of if it's her son or not, because
Yeah.
she thinks of it as that's her.
Yeah.
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 Here's a-
She
That's
promoting
crazy.
the sisterhood. So
can I share something, BGS?
go ahead.
This is a personal experience. So I don't know
Hmm.
how old you guys are, but I can tell you from as a 42-year-old brother who's been playing this field for a long time with no kids.
Hmm.
Ain't nothing better when you have a woman who, when you are about to do like let's say a trip or something, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll take care of it."
Hmm.
most brothers do not get a chance to experience that. And then for me, when I got the taste of it, I realized, man, 90% of these chicks, man, they just waste your time. They just they exert your energy. You don't realize how psychologically trapped you become until, like you said, you start dating out, you start doing things that are outside of the black matrix. And that's why I pray for brothers, man. I say it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone is willing with no hesitation to do certain things, man, that like B just brings up. If he had Maxine Waters, you know what I'm saying? His daughter, right? That is a whole that alone, like interacting with a social class or a social environment where the burden is removed. Now they can actually focus on, like, oh, what's your development? Be just, what do you think about aspiring to do? Do you want to do, like that all the burdens are so far removed where it's just like, brothers, man, they don't realize how far they can go.
Yeah. Instead of being on YouTube, I've been at the Pentagon.
Yeah.
If not for
me and you just in person.
Guess who be my sidekick? Okay.
He just be the original Blue Marvel, man.
Now, here's the other thing that from what you just said though, it reminded me of what's going on out here. So in San Diego, they feel like, okay, since being here, it feels like a majority of the girls are pros. And as a matter of fact, I'm verifying it because a friend of mine, he's a doctor out here, and he's on this one particular this app. I don't want to say the app, but like some guys used to promote it on their show, and it just so happened he's on it. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I thought it was just a regular dating app, but it wasn't really that. And I was like, oh,
no.
So now he started showing, like, he showed me the one site called BG something, and then BLK, and then two other sites that he's on. So what he'll do is, as he's on the regular dating sites, Bumble and all that type of stuff, if they like him, he'll go back onto this other site or like
see if they're there. Okay, see if they're there.
Yes.
Cross-reference.
Because what will happen also is, if they saw him on the other site, they won't keep him in mind to be just regular dating. They'll bring up, well, I met you on, or I saw you on this site. So then they'll try to turn him into a customer. And then it made me realize, oh, let me check it out. And when I went to go check out, like, which girls was on there, I started realizing how they was like playing a double-sided game. So a majority of them are out there selling box on one website and then trying to find a boyfriend on another website.
Yeah. It happens all the time.
Man, what I say, be just they're day walkers, man. These hoes is.
What I found out when because I tried to pay a couple chicks to sugar babies, right? Okay. What I found out, they'd rather me keep the money and listen to their problems than pay them. That's what I found out. Emotional labor was worth way more than the money I was actually putting up. That's why I say value your light and attention, and don't give away your emotional labor for free.
Oh, that's the other thing. The wanting to be on the phone aspect.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, they want to siphon as much phone time from you as possible. So I've been telling people, I got at least 5 50-something-year-old men now listening to you because they did not know anything about you at first, right? I'm talking about $70,000 a month dudes that can control a room, and they was being run the fuck over in certain situations, and then they started listening to some of Kevin and some of you, so on and so forth, because I've been preaching to them about, like, I was like, this is before the manosphere became the fucked up manosphere that it is now. And then they found you and all that, and I swear to God,
I'm sitting here hearing my own words or your words coming out of their mouth, and I'm hearing all these stories, and I'm sitting here like, yo, like it really is like, especially for them, like if they was already married at one point and now they're single, or they're in a situation where they're sitting in this limbo state where, like I said, like the $70,000 dude, the $70,000 a month dude, he does not like he's efficient. He's to the point. He's a contractor CFO. He don't mess around, right? These girls, he could put them in check, but they're so what's the best way I can say it? They're so flighty. So he has to play stupid for a little bit too, and then like he'll come back in and then like kind of control the situation with other things. And I had to tell him one time, I'm like, yo, look, in this situation with this particular short, you have to pay her to leave.
Yeah,
pay her so everything is all right, and you won't have anything messing up your situation later. And then from that point forth, it was like, and this is again, all these things that I'm telling this dude came from the experience of, you know, gleaning information from you guys from like years ago and stuff like that. These guys are like totally, like a majority of them are totally clueless to what's happening, and it's like it's hitting them, but they're experiencing it, and then all of a sudden shifting with the situation that's happening right now, where they're like, I don't feel like dealing with this shit. You know what? I'm just.
And the hoes are getting so bad they're ruining it, because all these chicks are taking the money and kissing and telling on top of it. So motherfucker, they're paying you to be quiet. And you're going on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok blowing up the spot.
But the real hoes are this is what I just realized too, after seeing some of it, like, because like I said, I'm saying they're doing what they're doing. These guys are doing what they're doing. They're paying. You know, it is what it is. I can't judge for it. Like, they know they maneuver how they maneuver. But what I'm seeing is this: the girls who know what they're doing, they're not having a problem.
No,
the pros who know what they're doing, they know how to be feminine in their presence, and they know how to, like, they're actually cooking. Like, the hoes are cooking over the regular chicks who are trying to. And on top of that part,
the thing is, the hoes respect the game. Okay, they're not paying all this money to open my legs. They're paying you to actually keep your mouth shut and not blow up my spot. But these chicks, these renegades are coming in, trying to run the same game, but things they don't have the same discipline.
Now, the most recent thing that he just showed me, right? Because like this is the last part that I wanted to say about this. The most recent thing that he just showed me, he was like, "Why am I paying $150 to $200 for this ish? Why am I paying for this?" Like, so he's scrolling through, and like the quality of the girls that when I first moved out here and I met this dude. Right, and the women who were on the stage, they were gorgeous. They were like top of the line, like the best looking women you could see in the area. The women who are on there now look like the most ruddy, rundown hood chicks you could ever see in life.
Because your girl. In fact, there's a chick that's on Medium. She's an escort, right? And she talks about this stuff, right? A lot of your chicks like that, your top escorts have gotten offline. Okay, they have a roster. They have clientele that they meet on a regular basis to keep them going. So they backed away from the whole mess because it's gotten out of hand. OnlyFans or the Seeking Arrangement, shit like that. They have their own little network,
clientele
and network. So basically, it's gone offline. If that makes sense.
Well, you said it. It was Seeking.
Yeah.
It was Seeking. It was horrible looking.
When it first came up, it was limited, and only people of quality came in and out. Blah blah blah. But once it got popular, and the other people, the unregulated people actually started coming. The renegades started coming in. They started fucking up the game. They had to get out. Okay.
It's like anything else, man. It's like they just mentioned the class compression.
Yeah.
Once it gets out of control, you got to hit the exit button.
You got to hit the exit button, especially if you want to maintain your clientele.
When I tell you, it's threes It's 2s, 3s, and 4s up there trying to sell box, and it's like old women that like are 150 pounds overweight. Like they look funny. All they're all on there. They're all on there. Like when I say
it's because this when one woman doesn't have a job or prospect, what is her last
brother.
refuge?
Yes.
Sell her box. That's all she got left, right? So if she's 350 pounds and 50 years old, right, and she ain't got no career or no retirement and no bank account, what does she have to do?
Yes.
Rod sharing.
Yes. Remember remember Adrian said this. Shout out to him. When you see a female do Uber or Lyft, she's one step away.
She's one step away.
Yeah.
She's one step away.
Bottom of the economic totem pole.
Yeah. And basically, the safety net is showing wear and tear.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And BJ, you said it best. The Barbie startup kit, these bitches can't hold them prices anymore. The lashes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm black pill, man. Sometimes capitalism and the market has to rule, right? I said flood the market. I'm like Bear. Go ahead and flood the market and drive the price down.
Look, I'm happy you remember that. I said I wanted chaos. I'm happy you remember. I said I wanted chaos.
It's because you're the god of chaos, so I know how you get down. Okay.
I am enjoying this shit so much.
You're like Littlefinger, right? Chaos is a ladder, right? Right?
Oh my God! Yes, I'm sorry. I am enjoying this shit so fucking much.
I know you are. Okay. I know you. Out of all the people, I know you are. Okay. And everybody else rubbing their hands like, "Oh my God, what we gonna do?" Chaos said.
Like chaos.
But look, this is what
chaos reign. Okay.
Look, this is what I also said too. Like, and I think this was like 2020 or 19. I was like, we gonna be all right though, because Black people are used to being in this particular situation. They've been thriving in this situation. I just wanted everybody else to feel the exact same thing that we were feeling.
Yeah, and was it number 48? He's is he 48 or 47?
He's 47. 40. That's his thing. 45, 47. The great comeback.
Okay. 47 is basically insuring it. Okay, insuring it. And I'm saying let it all collapse and we actually rebuild it. So I was telling me you can't she's trying to come up with a plan to fix this shit because she disagrees. Okay, you can't fix this. Okay.
No, y'all made me realize that. I was definitely one of them. Like, for community, we gotta get the community back. Oh yeah, by the way, I built a whole AI for. Never mind. I'm not gonna sell that. But
hey, email me, okay? Tell me what you're doing, okay?
All right. But like, the situation was I was on that heavy. Y'all had to kick it out of my head, like, because I couldn't see it. I couldn't see exactly why can't we save the community? And then I realized we can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and it took me like 2 years ago to really realize I can't do nothing. Like, even if like I got groups that are coming against me because I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then if it's not the groups coming against me, then I can't discipline nothing. I'm a grown ass woman. I can do whatever. Wait. I gotta correct the things that are wrong in my space, my mindset, my woman, my child, or anything like that. I can't control nothing.
The thing is, black women like the way things are, but they won't admit and take responsibility for it. That's what they don't want.
Get on their
program. Blame it on somebody else, okay? Like I showed that thing about abortion, right? Okay, and she's trying to dial it back. It's the man's fault that all this shit happens. Men should be able to actually not get these women pregnant, okay?
Crazy.
No. With all the access to people and men they have too, they can pick and choose.
Man, $50 you can swallow a pill and your life is changed. $50 you can swallow a pill, your life is changed. If you don't know if you get it better, then you did the. If you remember, you did it. You can still do it within another 72 hours. So
condoms are 20 cents a piece, man. Fuck all that. Okay. And if a nigga want the pussy, he'll put it on. Okay.
Hell yeah.
A hard dick will not turn down a condom if between him fucking and not fucking. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear that. And black men will actually wear condoms the most. So you tell
Hey,
them to put it on.
BGS.
Black men will put it on. Go ahead.
BGS. After this main debacle, I would advise you cover them butlers because they had the latest video is it's perfection, man. I wish you them butlers. Yeah,
They put the new one up. Okay, I haven't seen it.
you got to cover it, man.
Okay. Is it about the men this time?
Yeah. It's along the same lines, but they'll cover it. It was
Oh,
excellent.
okay. Because they said they were actually emailing when they had a new one out. So
Yeah, they have a new
they
one
said it
out.
was coming. Yeah.
You're gonna laugh your ass off, man. Just like
Okay.
it's perfect.
I mean, it's the same shit we've been saying. The thing is, they're verifying what we've been saying.
I mean, I could see why he's with her, man. Because I mean, even everybody in the comments saying it, he got a real one in her hand, man. Because she sees it, and even she's it. Yeah, go ahead.
Every gynocrat is not bad. I'm not saying the gynocrat's not bad. If you get a gynocrat that's on your team and willing to actually fight for you, okay, that's the one that you want. Okay.
But the thing is,
Go ahead.
she doesn't come across as a gynocrat. Because in the video.
She's a gynocrat. She's a gynocrat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I tell by the way she talks, she's a gynocrat.
All right.
But she's beneficial, so, which I don't have a problem with.
Because in the video, she also admits that she was an athlete, so she was around boys. Not like she wasn't like going around with boys, but she was around boys, and she stands to see.
She's a dude. She used, in other
Yes.
words, she's used to masculine energy. So
Yes.
yeah, my daughter's the same way.
Yeah. But anyway, man, whenever we can discover it, it'll be a good fight.
I didn't
after
know
all
it was
this.
out because they would let me know when it was out. I'll actually go to their site and look for it. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna drop out.
Because she promised me she was actually gonna make it. So
I'm gonna drop that. That's all I came in to say.
Oh,
so.
okay. All right.
I'll be watching it out.
Okay. Anyway, closing thoughts, folks, and we're gonna get out of here because I've been here 3 hours already.
Well,
We planned for an hour. So.
Well, BGS, I thank you as always, Grandmaster, you know what I'm saying? One of the disciples in the Shaolin monk. To all you young men out there, listen to the disciples, man. These hoes is dangerous.
People on the outside think y'all follow me is because y'all brainwashed, okay?
Mm.
Y'all follow me
That's
because
just crazy.
I'm accurate, okay? I'm fairly accurate. That's why.
Let me tell you, BGS is the Mr. Miyagi when he gave the boy a wink. Said, now you finally you realize. That's what I found. I got the wink from the Grandmaster.
Me and Fire Nation had a discussion. I think it was Discord, man, years ago, man. We were going back and forth and said, okay, but he's been following me ever since. So if I wasn't accurate, he would actually tell you I wasn't. Okay.
No, like my whole thing with you, like you know what I'm saying. Like salute to the Shifu for real.
Yeah.
Like my whole thing with you is you're thinking man's space for the well, I don't even know if we're supposed to say that name anymore.
Yeah.
But the man spot or whatever like that, right?
Yeah.
So, but like it was a thinking man space for that. Like
Yes.
not somebody who's a follower, not somebody who's looking for sensational information, not somebody who's looking for like some drudgery to get their mind going during the week or whatever like that while they're at work and like trying to complete somebody else's success. Like it was something that you can listen to and be like, oh wow, I could actually go look that up. That's some he got data for you right there.
Yeah.
Like yeah. I did some machine learning stuff for some of the stuff that we talking about. I'll start posting it on the website, and I'm gonna keep it where it's doing some accurate statistical analysis and stuff like that as the years are going on. I'm gonna make it keep siphoning the information in.
Just don't let your bots go rogue, man, because there's a lot of rogue bots roaming around now. They're trying to check. So it's scary.
Oh no. Hey man, look, it's going to happen, bro. Like,
it's happening already. People
Yeah.
complain about rogue bots holding data, hostage, emptying bank accounts, all kind of shit, man. It's happening with bots right now. Basically, that's what's happening right now. You got a lot of rogue bots out there, man. Go ahead.
I just bought 2 GPUs like that came in yesterday just to get
Okay. So, so you
25 employees.
so are you working American modified or Chinese modified?
I just started looking into some DeepSeek version 3 yesterday.
Yeah.
So like I have to spend like 10 G's just to be able to run the version or the LLM that I actually want.
Okay.
But yeah, like most of my stuff now I'm trying to bring it in house as much as possible because like if at least if the data is on my side, I don't have them like doing too much.
Okay.
Learning about what exactly it is that I'm doing.
Okay.
But outside of that part, like you already got the ISPs already spying on you anyway, so it don't even matter.
Yeah. That's what. Remember that time we were actually in Discord? I told you shut the fuck up because they're listening.
Yeah.
And you said, "Oh, I forgot all of you. I forgot about that." That's it. You gonna have my ass in an orange jumpsuit, man. Yeah. Have my ass in an orange jumpsuit, man. I said, "I want to be in an orange jumpsuit." Shut the fuck up. I don't want to know what you do. Okay. I don't want to hear it. Okay, keep that shit to yourself. Okay. Anyway,
all this stuff that we doing right now, like we talked about this years ago.
We did.
We said, and like the one thing that everybody kept trying to say is, oh, they're gonna push us out. Like, what is it, 2026 right now? Yeah. So we actually predicted it. They pushed it back 1 year, but we said it was going to be 2025. Like third, fourth quarter. So I'm gonna go ahead and say again, BGS was right. This is now over 9 years of BGS being right. So, but on top of that,
and then the only thing slowing it down right now is what 47 is doing in the Middle East because the energy is funky, right? Even my Amazon stuff is slowed down. I said, why is it so slow now? It's because because the data centers are getting backed up. It's because there's no energy. Go ahead.
Yes.
But it's also the situation of there's insiders who are literally fighting. Like if they can't fight, they're leaving, and they're like leaving the jobs. They don't want to like pursue the situation as much anymore. They're leaving and making their own companies to like counteract the situation with the majors. And on top of it, it's like they don't want to do certain things, but they can't help it because it's almost like the space race. Like everybody is trying to get to the same.
It's the same point. If you're trying to get an advantage, and that's what's going to lead to some bad outcomes. Okay.
And if we let one other particular group like control the situation, we're going to be, which they already jumped ahead of us by leaps and bounds. Like the last week, or like I think it was like last month.
Yeah,
so
because Palantir is already in everything, man. Palantir is hooked into everything already, so they've already let that one go. So
check out DeepSeek 3.1.
Okay.
Right. And by the way, DeepSeek 3.1 is better than ChatGPT 5 and the other and Anthropic, and on top of that part, it's free, so you can get it and bring it home and do what you want to do with it.
It's because Chinese have like 10 to 20 times the programmers that we have. So they have a lot more monkeys pounding on the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So it is what it is, and for
less
money.
Right? They got the manpower and everything.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all.
And they're leaving us and going back home too. Like a majority of the.
Because the money's not sweet here anymore.
Yeah, it's dried up.
It's dried up. Yeah.
Yeah, BGS.
BGS. I don't know if you got. I don't know if you got to see that last article.
I'm gonna get up out of here.
All right.
Have a good weekend, fellas.
All right, Keith.
See you guys.
Wait till the next live.
All right. Go ahead, James.
I was saying, I sent you that last one where the big tech companies are not even contributing to the 401k plans anymore.
Oh, that happened in the 80s when they're getting ready to get taken over by a bigger company. They stopped doing that because the next company is not obligated to actually take on your retirement. It happened with airlines and a few other companies in the 80s. Go back and look at.
I'll definitely check that.
The corporate takeovers in the 80s. So they were actually pulling out the same playbook. So I would look at that first.
Mm-hmm. It was just surprising to see history repeats itself.
It always does. It always does. Human beings never change. The environment changes, but human beings don't. They just repeat the same cycle. So if they did not contribute to the 401k, they're getting ready to sell the company or actually merge the company with somebody else. Probably what's going to happen. And at this point, with the Chinese taking over and the energy getting funky and stuff like that, so a lot of your tech companies will probably have to be sold and merged into. So that's probably what they're getting ready to. It happened in the '80s with the regular companies, and then in the late '90s with tech, with the internet companies. So it's probably just repeating itself.
Wow.
That's what I would say.
Wow.
All right. Anything else, y'all, before we go? Real quick.
Thank you again, brother. Young disciples, man. Stay away from these hoes, man.
Yeah, history may not repeat, but it sure does rhyme. Exactly. It's rhyming like a motherfucker right about now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, good people. We out.
All right,
all right.
And with that, I just have two more words to say. Obama out.
Muzyka Denis Szyder.